Hello and welcome to Barça Live. It's Almeria Barça tonight, a game in which Barça can go 4 points ahead of Girona and strengthen themselves in that second position after Girona lost on Tuesday. A good opportunity to try and secure that second spot in La Liga. We are at the Estadio de los Juegos Mediterráneos tonight. Marc Brau is there. Marc Brau has the lineup, so let's go straight to him. Marc Brau, take us through the lineup.
Hi Robert, how are you? Good evening from Almeria. Incredible weather here in the south of Spain. We are really looking forward for tonight's game against Almeria. We are so close to have the second place in the standings after the defeat of Girona last Tuesday against Villarreal. We are very close to finally have this second place. We want to win today. After the win against Real Sociedad, the team is fit to try to have the second victory of this week. We have the lineup. Xavi yesterday said that there's going to be changes in the lineup, and finally there are 4 new players indifferent with the last game against Real Sociedad. Barça will play tonight with an historical Marc-André ter Stegen as a goalkeeper. Today, Marc-André ter Stegen becomes the second goalkeeper with most games played in Barça's history. So congratulations, Marc-André ter Stegen. In defense, today as a right back, it will play Jules Koundé, and one of the changes is in the left back position. Today, Héctor Fort is starting the game with Íñigo Martínez and Pau Cubarsí as the centre backs. Today, as a holding midfielder, the hero of the game in the first leg, Sergio Roberto, the captain, with Fermín López and Pedri. Remember that Gundogan is suspended for tonight's game. And in the attack part, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal are playing today with the Shark, with Ferran Torres, who play instead of Rafinha.
Thank you very much, Marc Brau. On the live chat, let us know your thoughts on tonight's lineup. The inclusion of Héctor Fort and Ferran Torres back in the lineup. Of course, as Marc said, Ilkay Gundogan is out, suspended. A few changes in that lineup. Let us know what you think. Rate it from 1 to 10. 10 is the highest score, 1 is the lowest. Give us your thoughts and we'll read some of those comments out. Joining me here in the studio, Irati Vidal. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm fine. Really waiting for these last games of La Liga. I think we have a good chance to end in that second position after all those Girona results. So
yeah.
happy.
Girona seem to have let their foot off the gas. Let's see if Barca can take advantage of that. Spencer Siegel, how are you, my friend?
Look at this. Look at the three people here.
Yeah, I mean, why are you sitting so far apart from Irati?
We had the fight.
I have to say I'm a little upset that she took my seat, but only because it's Irati, I'm okay with it.
Well, the team from last year is back. I didn't realize that this was our first time together again.
United, and it feels so good.
It does feel so good. Yeah. Well, we made a good team last year, and Barca succeeded.
We won a league.
And Barca succeeded because of it.
Come on, man.
Right. Tonight's lineup, a few changes in it. How are we liking it? It feels like an extra young lineup tonight.
It is an extra young lineup. There's a lot of I don't know. There's obviously rotations in there. I'm not sure that it's the lineup that was top primed to go out and get this game. I'd really like to. Maybe I'm just being selfish. I really just want to see Victor Roque out there. I want to see him play. I want to see what he can do, but it's not happening. So maybe he gets in off the bench. I don't know. Lewandowski can do his thing. And yeah, Héctor Fort coming in. We know that Araujo is still out with the muscular problems, and now you have the problem of having to replace Gundogan in the midfield.
Reading some of the comments here. Gal Eres goes 7 out of 10 for the lineup. Shadowblade 7 also. There's some fans who wanted Vitor Roque in the lineup. We'll see, maybe second half. Nick says no Araujo, no clean sheet. Maybe ter Stegen disagrees. Matias del Valle going 7 out of 10. Master KG going 8. Milan Radetzky going 8. And Julia Distaff going 10. I like it. I like the way you think, Julia. Irati Vidal, in what way do you think?
The thing I like the most is Héctor Fort there.
Yeah.
I think it's a great opportunity now that the Liga is ending. I mean, Almeria is not a top team in La Liga. And I mean, you gave minutes to Cubarsí and Lamine, and look how they are performing. So I think Xavi has to bet on these La Masia players. And I mean, we've seen Héctor Fort this year like a couple of times, and he has done it amazing. Also, the fact that Ferran Torres is there after a long time with no lineups because Rafinha was performing really well. So I think they will take profit of these minutes.
It's one of the things we can look forward to in these final games of the season. Xavi mixing it up a little bit, giving opportunities to players who haven't had as many minutes.
And the fact that if they win today, they go 4 points above Girona with 2 games to play is very helpful for that, because I think he would still probably choose to go with his A-listers if they were still fighting neck and neck for the second position to make sure that they get into the Supercopa next year, because the Supercopa is
very important.
It's something that you budget for, essentially. So this is that's why it's a slightly surprising lineup for me. But you said, Irati, that Almeria are not a top team, and I would take it a step further and say they are the bottom team.
They are the bottomest of teams.
I say it in a beautiful way.
Yeah, well, but
they're not top.
But one thing we like
what is the
about
opposite of top? Bottom.
But they play fun football.
Oh, yeah.
actually.
We'll talk about them in a second.
Okay,
we'll talk
right,
about them in a second, but we do have to hear what our head coach, Xavi Hernandez, had to say to Marc Barão just a few minutes ago.
As always, we have with FC Barcelona coach only a few minutes to start this Almeria-Barça. Xavi, què tal? Bona nit.
Bona nit, què tal?
Bé, tu ahir ja van anunciar rotacions, 4 canvis a l'11. M'imagino que el missatge també cap als jugadors és aquest, no? Refrescar una miqueta l'equip, buscar cames, sobretot en aquesta setmana tan exigent.
Sí, exacte. Pensem que són necessaris, refrescar una mica l'equip, cames fresques, i bé, que la gent també se senti important, no? Penso que tothom és vàlid per tenir minuts, tenim una plantilla bona i en aquest sentit, doncs, sí, fem aquestes rotacions perquè l'equip també noti frescura.
Parlaves ahir de l'Almeria, que tot i ser ja cué, ja equip de segona divisió, és un equip complicat. Ara t'hem vist parlar també amb Pepe Mel. La sensació és que Mel li ha canviat la cara a l'equip, no? Avui és un partit que segurament no serà contra un equip que ara mateix hauria de ser cué, és un equip que està en millor forma del que sembla.
No, l'Almeria juga bé futbol, ara parlava amb Pepe Mel, que crec que estan fent bé les coses, competeixen, avui serà un partit difícil. Ells volen el domini, tenen futbolistes de molt nivell tècnic, tenen cames a davant com van a l'espai, bé, partit complicat i més sobretot a casa seva que competeixen millor.
The last question in English, Javi, what kind of game do you expect? What kind of Almeria do you expect? A more attacking team in the first leg with all the coach, they put you in difficult.
Yes, I think they improve a lot with the new coach, Pepe Mel. I think here at home it's so tough, very difficult. They compete so well, even that they are in second division, but they are competing so well, so it will be tough. We cannot relax today.
Gràcies, Xavi.
Gràcies.
The words of Xavi Hernandez, a tough game. This is the prediction of our coach in tonight's game in Almeria.
The words there of Xavi Hernandez talking to Marc Barão, saying it's going to be a tough game. The team cannot relax, even though this is a side that has already been relegated. Almeria a few weeks ago, as a matter of fact. It was always going to be a tough quest for them after the first half of the league that they had. Let's take a look at their lineup. Almeria, a few familiar faces. They've been around the league, some of these players. Luis Maximiano in goal with Pubi, Chumi, César Montes and Langa at the back, with Marcos Peña, Jonathan Viera and Robertone in midfield. And up front it's Leo Baptistao, Choco Lozano and Adri Mbarba. A team that has had 4 coaches this season. It hasn't gone well for them. And we said it last week, Spence. The results can seem a little bit misleading, maybe?
Because they play a fun style of football, and it's honestly a shame that they're getting relegated, because if I had it my way, I would choose the 3 most boring teams from La Liga to get relegated. So
you don't have to name them.
But sometimes when you're boring, you win.
I'm gonna
or
name,
you draw.
I'm going to name Cádiz as one of them. They're boring, but I digress. This team is fun, and they do have players who are kind of, we would say in the States, we're talking about baseball, you've got like AAA and you've got Major League Baseball, the minor leagues and the major leagues. They have a lot of players who are 4A, like right in the middle. They just don't quite have enough quality to win consistently in the top flight, but they are good enough for the second tier, which is where they're going to be next year.
They are a team that made Barca struggle mightily in December at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic.
Yeah, but also I think at this point, these teams that are already relegated can be dangerous in the fact that these players want to show against Barca that they are players to stay in La Liga in the top flight. So mostly like half of these players, like maybe Jonathan Viera that has experienced everything in La Liga and second division, maybe doesn't care as much, but the youngsters they have, they will want to show like, next year I can be in La Liga in another team. So I think that can make the game dangerous.
I saw you were giggling at something.
I was giggling about a bunch of things. One of the things I'm giggling about is Adri Mbarba, because talking about players who aren't quite there. Did you know that he's been relegated 5 times
Oh,
from La
wow.
Liga EA Sports? 5.
So
twice
with Rayo, with
twice with
Espanyol.
Rayo, twice with Espanyol, and now this year. That's really hard to do.
It is. It is. I remember once upon a time, Sergio Garcia had that record as well. He
5?
went down, well, not 5, but he went down with Levante, he went down with Betis, he went down with some Zaragoza, maybe, I can't remember. But anyway, we'll see what kind of opponent we are facing today. I have prepared a little game for you guys.
Of course you have.
Yep.
Shocker.
Guess the player.
All right.
Past scorers against Almeria.
Couldn't be at this stadium last year.
Not at this stadium last year where we lost. El Bilal Touré was a scorer last season at the Almeria Stadium, but that was for Almeria, unfortunately. It was the rare 1-0 that didn't go Barca's way.
Yeah.
Right, so first, guess the player. The first player you have to guess is for you, Spencer Siegel.
Well, I see the Club World Cup badge, so
Yeah.
we got to go back.
This is 2010-2011. I'll give you a little bit of context. It was an 8-0 win at the Estadio de los Juegos Mediterráneos.
So that narrows down my options.
Yep.
8-0.
All right, I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
This is a player who is currently active, still playing.
Still playing football.
Not at Barca, but still playing football. And he's a forward.
And he's a forward.
Let me see what the live chat says. What are you saying on the live chat?
Messi.
It's not Messi. It can't be.
It's just
it can't
Messi.
be,
It
can't be
doesn't look like
Messi.
Messi though.
You know that I never pick
Thinking
Messi.
Yeah.
like a Pedro.
Bojan's
or
not playing.
something.
Agung says Bojan. Herjan's had it right.
I was thinking Pedro.
You were thinking Pedro,
Yeah.
right? So is Matias del Valle. And you would both be right or wrong. Right.
Oh.
If we go to the VAR, I said it before they came up.
I know. Pedro
I
was
have
the
my
correct answer on the day. We won 8-0. And this was the game that came right before Barca beat Real Madrid 5-0.
You remember this or you searched?
No. I remember this because after that game and after Real Madrid played that game, there's a famous phrase or answer to the press by Cristiano Ronaldo saying, "A ver si el lunes nos meten 8."
Yeah.
Let's see if on Monday they score 8
Almost.
against us. Well, almost. We nearly got there. Right, Irati Vidal, this one's for you. It's a nice and complicated one, I have to say. It's a 2-0 win from the 2013-2014 season. I give the chances of, or I set the chances of you getting this right at about 2%.
2%.
Yep.
That's 1 in 50.
I think.
So, yeah. Jesus El Crack says Iniesta. That would be wrong.
Is it a
Rayman-
defender?
Yep. Well, yeah, defender. He played as a defender at Barca. He could play as a midfielder as well if he wanted. Rayman says Neymar. That's not correct. Bacon Egg says Dani Alves. Not correct. Everyone's saying Messi. Not correct.
No, I was going to say Arturo Vidal, but he was not
No,
playing as a
he wasn't. He
defender.
wasn't
That
here
was
yet.
actually my thought.
Vermaelen?
No, this is before that time.
Before.
Oh, Valdrin Endrit. Said
Adriano?
it looks a bit like Iniesta to me, but then this user went to
Adriano?
Adriano Correa. And that is the correct answer. And you read it on the live chat.
No, we can take VAR too.
Adriano Correa, one of the most versatile players. He was a great one. I always used to enjoy when Adriano played. He was just one of those that whenever anyone was injured, you can put him into the lineup. He even played as a centre-half once, and he scored some great goals for Barca. Right, players still warming up. The final Guess the Player is from the 2014-2015 season. It's a 2-1 win at the Estadio de los Juegos Mediterráneos. And that day, this player scored the winner. 2014-15, it's the treble winning season with Luis Enrique as head coach. I don't see
He's like
any
me,
correct
Vince.
answers at the moment because everyone's going Neymar, which is incorrect.
He, you know,
Is it Walk?
he said, I
champion?
never pick Messi.
Oh, Saturn 303 is correct. No Messi's, no Neymars.
No Messi,
No Messi, no Neymar.
Suarez.
Is it
Abdullah, it's not
striker?
Dani Alves.
Is it striker?
No.
Okay, midfielder?
No more
Jordi
clues.
Alba?
Aha, Spencer Siegel. Aha, Spencer Siegel.
Mbappe.
What did you say?
Jordi?
Jordi Alba is the correct answer.
Stop.
Did you read?
Stop. Stop it.
Did you read the answer on the live chat?
No. I did not.
Teto ET1 got it right as well. Jordi Alba was the correct answer for scorer at the Estadio de los Juegos Mediterráneos in Almeria, a place where we'd never lost except for last season. Happens. Right, take a look at the lineup once again. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal with Jules Koundé, Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez and Héctor Fort at the back. We've got Sergi Roberto, Pedri and Fermín in midfield, and up front it's Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres, the Shark, is starting today. Give us your thought on that lineup and let us know who you think the key player will be tonight. We are giving you several options. One is Marc-Andre ter Stegen, because tonight he becomes the second keeper with most appearances for Barça, beating Zubizarreta. He equaled Zubi the other day. Now ter Stegen is officially the second. Héctor Fort starting in La Liga after a while. He hadn't started for a while. And Fermín, because I feel like he's just the energizer bunny when he comes in as a starter in midfield.
He's the Gavi we were missing.
He's the Gavi we're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go for Fermín just for that, the intensity these teams need. Because these kind of games, you can lose your mind because there's no match in play and everything, and you need this kind of players there, so I think he will be the key player.
Of those three options, I agree and pick Fermín, but you know I like to go off script a little bit, and I'm going to throw Pedri into the mix because we haven't seen Pedri at his finest form this season.
I agree.
Because he hasn't been able to play consistently. This is 2 games in a week for him now, starting, and with Sergio Roberto and Fermín, Fermín can take on a bit of that Energizer Bunny role, but somebody's got to manufacture in the middle, and he's got to be forward-thinking today, which we haven't seen much from. I want to see some banana balls thrown in behind the back line.
Just saw a banana ball go into the back of the net, scored by Pedri.
This could be the day for him.
Lavion says Fermín, Hamid says Héctor Fort, Shaquille says Lamine Yamal, Ali the Goat says ter Stegen. I hope it's not ter Stegen. I hope he has a great performance, but I hope it's not him. Because that would mean that Almeria are attacking.
Also, bacon egg, Fermín only shines in big matches. First of all, I agree with the fact that bacon and eggs are good, but no, he's shown up in several other matches, 2 important ones.
Right, well, the warm-up is about to finish, and I'm guessing that it won't be long until Marbrau storms in with his game quiz. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice and difficult one. There he is. Go for it, Marbrau. Game quiz.
How are you? How are you? Game quiz, yeah, because the warm-up is going to end. For the moment, we have the players just behind me, but you know that sometimes we don't have enough time just to play the quiz, and I love to play, and I think today is a great night. As you can see, in the first connection, I was without a jacket. We are in the south of Spain, incredible weather today, but okay, it's better to have a jacket to don't have a cold in the final of the season. Only 3 games remaining. I don't want to get a cold. So let's play. As you know, I like to play special editions. We played Lamine Yamal edition, Pau Cubarsí edition, and today, as you say, it's an important day for Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He becomes the second keeper with more games played in Barca's history. So today the quiz will be about him, about Marc-Andre ter Stegen. We try to find some things that are very different from what we usual to know. The first question, you remember that you can play with us, Barca Live fans, in our comments. First question today for you, Spence. I always led you to the second question, but Spence, the first question is to you. I want to know if you have good memories, so I want to know if you know which team did ter Stegen make his debut against. It's not so easy. Huesca, Ajax, or Apoel de Nicosia? What do you think is the good answer, Mr. Siegel?
You said in the last show that you were good at geography. It's sort of geographical, the question.
It's geographical, but it has nothing to do. The geography doesn't mean anything here. I mean, I can tell you that Apoel is from Cyprus.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And
Does that get me any points? No? Huesca would have had to have been like the Copa, but I feel like
in the beginning, ter Stegen was only playing Europe because
I feel like ter Stegen
he was Europe and Copa.
Europe and Copa. Yeah.
But they would have started in Europe first, so I'm going to rule out Huesca because that would have come in January. So it's between Ajax and Apoel, and I feel like it'll be like a Victoria Pilsen style. I'm going to go with Apoel Nicosia. Is that how you say it? Nicosia?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with Apoel.
So, Mr. Siegel, You're right. Incredible answer. Yes, you said Huesca was the first team that he played against in Cup. Ajax was the third one because that group stage was with Apoel de Nicosia, Ajax, and Paris Saint-Germain. And the first game, remember, it was in September 2014 against Apoel de Nicosia with a PK goal. So incredible answer, Mr. Siegel. So Irati, you have more pressure for the second question.
I have all
This is
the
for
pressure.
you. How many direct assists? This is a
true?
stat thing, you know I like it. How many direct assists? Oh, lights are off. Party right now in Almeria.
That means
so
I
maybe
should
just
not
to celebrate
answer.
you are the right answer, Irati. How many direct assists has Ter Stegen made in Barça career? Assists. It's not usual for a keeper.
Just remember,
I
Mark, she
remember
likes to
you-
guess
No,
two answers
zero,
at once.
2 or 4.
I remember 2, but I have a short memory, so I will go for 4 because that means I have forgotten some in the way. 4.
It's all across the board on the live chat. I see many twos.
But it's also true that you said the 3 option.
you
The 3rd option, and now it's
right,
the
let's
3rd.
see. So
I have
Koulé
to
is
say
going
that
2.
You are wrong.
It's 2.
You're wrong, Irati.
I was remembering 2,
2.
but
It's 2. Only 2
Oh.
assists, yeah.
1 to Frankie. I remember that goal.
Bad answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was 1 to Griezmann and 1 to Luis Suarez. 1 against Getafe and the other one against Mallorca. And it was in the same year. It was in 2019. And the last question for you, Robert. You know also about Marc-André Ter Stegen. You know a lot of stats. So today is the second keeper with more games played. But this is an answer that you have to say. If it's true, it's less or more. Ter Stegen needs to play 124 more games to reach Victor Valdés as the top keeper with more games played. True? Do you think are less games or more games? Also in the chat, our fans.
Are we counting tonight as a game played already?
Counting tonight.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
counting tonight.
So tonight is 411, and I seem to remember that the other day we said that Victor Valdés had 535, so 411 plus 124 is 535. And wait a minute, can I get the question back? I want to see the wording of this question. Can we see the
Ter
question a
Stegen
minute?
needs to play 124 more games to reach Valdés. 124 is the number.
To
Robert.
equal or
But
to-
I don't have a lot of time, so you have to answer.
To equal or to beat?
To reach, yeah.
Oh, to reach.
To
Okay,
equal,
it's
to reach, to reach,
it's tr-
to
it's
have
true.
the same number
true,
of games played.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Oh.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's
Well
true.
done.
I have to say that I give you extra seconds,
that
Robert. I
doesn't
give you extra
count.
seconds, but you did so well. I'm so sorry for you. Irati, yeah, but I think if I didn't know what's
you
the
gave
answer,
me
Irati, maybe I
the-
will go with 4 too, because I remember that. Yeah, I think that you were right. You were right. Maybe not 4, but he
I think
had
you have
more
some
participation
forgotten
actions that
some.
finally are finishing with goal. I don't have. It's possible. It's possible. I don't have a lot of minutes as usual for the final of the warm-up, guys, but I have also my secret numbers. I have to say that, as usual, Robert give a number in the show that is one of the numbers that I give to you. So maybe you know what can be. But those are my numbers, my secret numbers for today. 108 and 83. What do you think those numbers are, guys? One you have to know because Robert said it, so...
Did I?
It has to be something.
Oh,
with
100 is Xavi games in La Liga. I've heard this.
8 of Pedri.
No, I don't think so, no. 8? No, 8 I'm not sure. 8 I'm not sure, and 83 I'm not sure either.
8 games in a row. No.
I got nothing.
100 is definitely the games
83,
that...
the number of goals scored. That seems too
No,
high.
that seems far too many.
You're right.
Okay, let's see, Mark.
Robert was right. Robert was right. 100. Yeah, Robert was right with the first answer. 100 is number of games of La Liga with Xavi in the bench. Today he reaches that number. The first one was in November 2021. So after 2 years and a half, he reaches this incredible number. Number 8 is the number of goals that Barça scored here in Almeria in
true.
2010.
You said
The first
before.
guess the player you said, Pedro. Yeah, it was 8-0. Only 3 times Barça scored 8 goals in La Liga away. So this is one of the stadiums that he reached this. And 83 is not easy. It's not easy. It's the minute where Sergio Roberto scored the winning goal in the first leg against Almeria. It was not an easy game.
No.
Almeria that day had only 5 points, but Barça had to wait until minute 83 to score the winning goal. So today the captain is playing. That day he scored 2 goals, and I have, as always, to have to go back to my position. I don't know if Paul can show it. This is my position. You know what it puts La Liga, so this is the way that I have to go.
Good.
Not a lot of meters, but I have to go to that way, so I have to run. Bye
Guess
bye,
the
guys.
score? Guess the
We'll
score?
listen in a while. Oh, I'm back. 2-0 for Barça. 2-0 for Barça.
Good, thank you. Well done. Thank you very much, Bravo.
I'm
Okay,
here, I'm
so
not.
we're doing Guess the Score. Mario Brown says 2-0. What do you guys on the live chat say? Give us some optimistic score predictions. I'll be reading some of them out. I see, Spencer Siegel, that you're going for a 3-2, which is a trademark Almeria result this season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it, because I want to have a little bit of fun today and Barca get the win, and maybe with a few rotations, the defense gets cracked once or twice, but Barca, because it's Almeria, find a way to score a few. I'm going 3-2. 2-3.
We can have fun with a clean sheet.
Do we, though?
Yeah.
You really want to be Cadiz?
Well, I mean, if
If
we
we
win
score
3-0 like
then,
I
yeah.
predicted, I'm going to have tons of fun.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
1-0 says Ramin's World, not JSB going 2-1. I'm assuming these are all Barca wins. 5-0 Barca says Shaquille. Eduardo Casoma says 3-0 a favor de Barcelona. Yassine says 3-0 as well. Lots of 3-0s as well. A user that's called If Not Now, Then When. Says 3-0 with 2 Barca hearts. Amazing. Kubarsi Lamine Yamal 2007, 2-3 like you, Spencer. I've got a 4-0 from Raymond Basnet. Lori 207 going 4-0 as well. Marcus Lawrence going 4-1 Barca. Hamid going 3-0. Lots of predictions. Lots of positive predictions here. Tanush going 3-0 as well, agreeing with me. Dati, you said?
Same. 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
We agree today. You want to
Happens
switch spots
really,
and we can be
yeah.
the 3-0 couch?
I took
Yeah.
3 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not clean sheet.
Well, let's see if Almeria score today.
What would be interesting is to see a couple of Lewandowski goals, see if he can stay in the mix for that final run of for the Pichichi.
How is right now?
Right?
20 for Dovbyk,
Big.
19 for Sorloth, 19 for Bellingham, and Lewandowski has
18, right?
Lewandowski has, I have it here on my notes, he has 17. So
He's going to need a hat trick today, essentially, to
it's feasible.
or
I mean,
two.
Yeah.
we've still got 3. Well,
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
3 and the others have got 2.
Yeah. We've got 2 games
So,
left after this.
Feasible?
Absolutely feasible. It's a great race.
It's
this
a
year.
great race.
It is.
We should do a question. Who will win Pichichi?
Let's do the question.
I'll type the question to Pep Molero. But before that, I need to remind you guys, fans, that Barca 1 exists. Barca 1, you've got the link on the live chat. Let me know if you have registered, if you've watched anything on Barca 1. Send us a comment. Raise your hand on the live chat if you have Barca 1. I see no hands raised on the other couch.
You didn't even give us a chance.
Okay. You have a chance to watch, of course, this show, other live shows. You've got Barca News as well. You've got all of it in 3 languages, by the way, in Catalan, Spanish, and English. You have got also all the documentaries that you liked about the past and some of the present as well. You've got interesting origins documentaries about Ronald Araujo, for example, done by our colleague Pep Molero here. Very good documentary to see where Araujo came from, where his culture, the way he was brought up. Very good. You've got a series called The Album with Xavi Hernandez, with Andres Iniesta, with Ronaldinho, with Rafa Marquez. This is the latest episode that we launched. Script writer here in the house. You have also got games from the past. You've got a great archive of images. So if you're not a Barca 1 user right now, I don't know why. I don't know why. Click on the link on the live chat and register to Barca 1. It's easy and it's free. So I mean,
Why wouldn't
But,
you?
yeah.
why wouldn't you? You've got all the Barca content there. Last look at the lineup before this game starts. Ter Stegen is in goal tonight. Jules Koundé, you've got Cubarsí, Íñigo and Héctor Fort at the back. The midfield with Sergio Roberto, Pedri and Fermín. And up front it's Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Ferran Torres. A game that feels like it could easily get tricky.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Girona lost.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
There's rotations.
Everyone-
Summer is closed.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's a given that we're going to win because Almeria have been relegated. It's one of those that could easily get complicated.
But that's why I think rotations were important today, because bringing Fermin there, Ferran that also wants to prove that he has a spot in this 11, also Hector Ford, those players that didn't have that many minutes and they have to prove themselves, and also to Xavi or to everyone, I think that's important to not make this game tricky.
By the way, I did forget to say something about Barça 1, because Not JSP says, I don't have it because it's not in Morocco, and if not now, then when? Says not available in South Africa. Coming soon, we're working on it.
If not
We're
now,
working
then
it.
when?
Well, true. Well pointed out. But
Sorry to state the
I can say
obvious.
soon. I can say soon, and that we are working on it. We'll have to see. Those of you who do have it available in your countries, if you're not registered, then why? Barca playing in the light blue kit today, and Almeria in their traditional red and white. The game about to get started. The ball is about to get rolling.
The power horse.
Not anymore, no? Oh, yeah.
And there we go.
Is it not the Power
Estadio
Horse
de los
Stadium?
Juegos Mediterráneos, right?
I thought it was the Power Horse
Yeah,
Stadium.
it's Powerhouse Stadium.
That's the sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the owner of the club.
It's the sponsor, not the Spencer.
Careful already, yeah?
Yeah, offside.
Okay.
Right, here we go. It's late for a kickoff. We're not used
Yeah.
to these
Yeah.
late kickoffs. If you feel, live chat, that we're struggling a little bit here to get going, it's not just perception. It's
But it may be even more late for many people watching
True.
us. Yeah.
true. How late
or,
is it?
Or early.
Or early.
Or early. How late is it for you guys watching us, or how early is it for you guys? Let us know on the live chat. We'll read some of your comments. Barca in possession here. Jules Koundé, who never misses a game at right back,
Is he
playing with Pau Cubarsí.
And
Is he
he-
going to play all 38?
He might have missed some.
Is anybody going to play all 38? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Gundogan was one of those who
I'm going to look that up.
was
Curious.
in the most minutes category. But
I think he missed one.
if I had to guess,
Yeah.
Gundogan and Koundé are the players with the most minutes in La Liga. Maybe Marbrau can tell me that. Marbrau, do you have that stat in your notes? Players with the most minutes in La Liga. Careful here, because Lamine Yamal has connected with
How are
Fermin.
you?
The cross by Fermin. Sorry, Mark, just a second.
Be careful.
Lamine Yamal inside the box.
Oh.
Oh, what a turn by Lamine Yamal. Almeria trying to clear. Yes, there it goes. Okay, Mark, all yours.
Yeah, good action because Barca has a lot of pressure there. Barca has a good intention just to try to score the first goal of the game. Remember, as you said in the warm-up, that Barca lost the game last year 1-0 with goal of Elvir Alteria. And you say a good stat, Robert. Gundogan and Koundé are the players with more minutes played this season. Gundogan finished the last day with more than 4,000 minutes, 4,001 minutes this season is the player with most minutes played. And the second one is Koundé with 3,828 minutes. The third one is Robert Lewandowski with more or less 3,600 minutes.
But nobody has played more. Gundogan's
Oh,
played.
careful here. Another move down the left flank there. Hector Fort making a run up.
Gundogan's played 34 games. This would have been game 35, so he missed one prior to this.
Oh, shall we try and guess which one it was?
Oof. I don't remember.
That's more
even
for Mark
who
Brau
played
and,
last
and
week.
Robert
Oh,
Benecker.
that's a lovely ball by Pedri through to Fermin, who set it up for Lewandowski. The shot weak into the hands of Maximiano. Right, Marbrau, don't look it up, or maybe he already has. Which game do you think Gundogan missed in La Liga? I'm asking you, live chat. Against which team did Gundogan miss? Or which game did he not play? Which team was it? Which team was it against? Off the top of my head.
Well, I have to say that I remember.
So don't say it yet.
And it was quite easy to say. I
Well,
don't know.
easy.
Okay, I don't want to say. Just a key. It was not a long time ago.
It was not a
very
long
close
time
to,
ago.
to today.
Okay, hang on a second, because that's a great chance there for Almeria, but it was offside. Okay, what is the live chat
Where's
saying?
my flag? If you're gonna steal my seat, at least give me my flag back.
Where's
no,
your flag?
It's under. It's right. It's under the. There you go.
You
there
have it
is.
hidden.
Yeah.
Let's see, which game do you
And
think
that's gonna
that
steal my flag.
Gundogan missed in?
That's not how you. That's not
in
how
La
you
Liga,
lose.
I
guys.
was not made
Give me a
for
team,
this.
Spencer.
Real Sociedad.
Mark says it was recent. Which teams did we face recently?
Las Palmas, Girona.
Oh, Las Palmas
Las
is a good one.
Palmas.
Las Palmas is a good one. The game in between PSGs.
But I was there and I don't remember the lineup.
Is that the correct answer? No?
No?
Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Wrong
Okay,
answer.
next.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
Then
Let's see what the live chat isn't playing
before
with us.
the two PSGs.
The live chat isn't playing with us. Live chat, come on.
Which team did we play before the first PSG game?
Osasuna.
Good way. You're in good way, Irati.
That
way.
one.
What did you say?
Which team did we play before the first PSG game?
Oh, that was Athletic Club? No. No.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Mallorca? No.
That wasn't Mallorca.
Mallorca was pilot.
Was it at home? Mark?
Away. It was an away game. He was in the squad, but he was in the bench all day. And another key, it was the last day with Hector Fort in the lineup.
I'm struggling to remember this.
Hector Ford.
Carolina says it's Cadiz, but you said that it's not Cadiz, Mark Brau.
Yeah, it's Cadiz.
We said
I say
Cadiz.
it's Cadiz. I don't say not Cadiz. It's
Yeah, we said Las
did.
Palmas.
We said Las
We said Las
Palmas.
Palmas.
we said
Oh,
Las Palmas. It
sorry,
was
I
yellow.
got my yellow
You
teeth
said Las
wrong.
Palmas.
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I got my yellow
Nobody
teeth wrong.
gives Cadiz the second thought.
Yeah, so it's Cadiz.
Okay, right. Well, but thank you, Mark. Yeah, okay. I meant Cadiz.
Okay.
I was thinking of the Joao Felix goal and said Las Palmas for some reason. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Carolina, for making that clear. Lamine Yamal is going to serve that corner a bit high, looking for the far post. The header goes out wide. And that was Ferran Torres attempting the header. Ferran Torres might be one of the options that we have for first scorer of the night.
Oh.
Can we get that graphic on the screen? Can we get that question on the screen? Who will be the first scorer tonight? Will it be Lamine Yamal? Will it be Robert Lewandowski? Will it be Ferran Torres? Will it be someone else? I know that Spencer Siegel is going to go off script here.
I have someone in mind.
I have someone in mind, and it's not one of the three options as well.
Oh. All right. You guys go first.
Well, we'll wait for the
Thank
graphic
you.
to come up on the screen, and then we'll debate. There it is. Who will score Barca's first goal? Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski. That's my option. Fermin.
So you're not going to go
Ah.
off script.
I'm not going to go off script. Fermin is my
That's
option.
a good option to
I
take.
will go out script. Íñigo Martínez.
Oh. Careful, because Almeria have the ball here. Embarba driving in. The shot takes a deflection into the hands of Ter Stegen. Who's your option, Spencer Siegel?
You know what? Just because you told me that I'm going to go off script, I'm going to go with Lewandowski.
Oh, nice. Because you want him to be in that Pichichi race.
Yeah, and I want the wrap.
Right, so Robbie Lohman says it will be a La Masia player. I like it.
Hector Ford.
Keeping the options open. It could be Hector
Lamine.
Ford, it could be Lamine Yamal, it could be Cubarsí, it could be Fermin. Not JSP says Fermin, Pepe says Fermin. Isabella going with 2, which was Lewandowski. Laurie going 2, and Ted going 2 as well. Lewandowski. Virac going 1 for Lamine Yamal. Shadow Blade going Lamine Yamal as well. Ali Roblox, Lewandowski. Pepe 3 for Fermin. Isaac Balas going Lamine Yamal. Nathan Heath going 2. Lewandowski for me. And Carolina says, I'll go unconventional. Sergi Roberto. Not a bad option,
He
seeing as he scored
scored,
twice
Yep.
at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic.
What are the percentage odds that Barca score 8 goals today?
Low, I would say.
The rhythm doesn't look like an.
It doesn't look like an 8-goal game.
Well, Sergio Roberto has just played a long ball through to Lewandowski. Off of his line came Maximiano to catch the ball. It was Ferran, sorry, who was making the run, not Lewandowski. 8 minutes played, 0-0. Have we checked? It's still the power horse. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Barca in possession here. Torres, who had a great chance.
Powerhouse Stadium.
Powerhouse Stadium. Sorry, I
Horse, no?
asked for power
What did
horse.
they say?
Power horse.
Right.
I said house.
I asked.
Do you
for
know, guys?
forgiveness. Yeah,
What
go
is
for
it?
it, Mark. Yeah.
Do you know what is Power Horse?
It's a drink, right?
And no, I thought it was an energy company.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh? I thought it was an energy drink.
Well, it had to do with energy.
Yeah.
It was related to energy.
But it would make sense, no? Power horse.
Right. It's like Red Bull. Or
Yeah,
or
yeah, true.
Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monster. Yeah. Barca in possession here. Inigo Martinez back to Cubarsí. I was saying before, after the Ferran Torres touch. Oh, careful here. He's let it roll. A chance here for Barca. The shot goes over the crossbar. And that was Robert Lewandowski with the opportunity after Ferran Torres let it roll through his legs. Good
Coming.
first minutes. The ball
Was
played
Cubarsí
through
starting
by
in, right?
Cubarsí.
Cubarsí.
I think Lewandowski
Wow.
may have been offside when
But
Cubarsí
it was a good
let the
move,
ball,
also
go.
by
It
Ferran.
was a very good goal.
Yeah.
Move, sorry. I was saying before that Ferran made himself noticed the other day. First action he came on, almost scored.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like actually the Barca subs lately have made an extra effort to get involved immediately. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but just the last couple of games, it seems like it's been going that way.
Yeah, the subs have definitely made an impact as they've come on in the last few games.
Like we've seen Fermin as a super sub this season. I mean, he's starting today, but when he comes on, there's that energy about him.
He is energy.
And
Yeah.
he's full energy. and I
He's
think
drinking the power
yeah.
horse.
Exactly. Careful
Wait,
here. with the
Almeria are playing really well.
Long switch over to the left. Langa gets inside. The cross into the hands of a secure Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Marc Brau, who is now the second goalkeeper with the most appearances in Barca history.
Yeah, incredible. As also was incredible that the Spence remembered that Apple de Nicosia was the first team to face Marc-Andre ter Stegen as Barca's goalkeeper. More than 10 years with Barca with ter Stegen in the keep. Well, not that really more than 10 years. It will be 10 years next September. But it's incredible numbers. 411 games, as we said, only 124 games to reach Valdés, who is the top one. So incredible numbers by Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who is very close to have. Oh, careful!
Careful here, the
Oi,
Maximiano gets
oi, oi,
himself
oi, oi.
into a muddle there, and he managed to scramble out of it.
Good pressure, good pressure,
Yeah.
good pressure.
He suffered.
I have a question for Marc Brau. Can you name any other team in the Cypriot League?
Yeah, whatever you want. What do you
AEK
want?
Larnaca.
AEK de Larnaca, Omonia Nicosia, AEL Limassol,
Apollon Limassol?
Anorthosis, Famagusta. I can give all the
Love
Cyprus
it.
teams.
Love it. Absolutely
Apollon
love it.
Limassol, Omonia
Raise your hand
Nicosia,
if you're
AEK de
from
Larnaca,
Cyprus.
Yeah,
Anorthosis, Famagusta. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, go for it. Raise your hand or let us know on the live chat with a comment if you are in Cyprus. Only the people who are in Cyprus. Don't troll us. That immediately means that people are going to come.
Yeah.
But genuinely, let us know if you're in Cyprus. Is there a time difference with Cyprus?
I think not.
I don't know.
Might be. What time is
It's
it?
got to be close. It's got to be an hour or two at the
Yeah.
most.
It's not that far.
See if my good friends from Google time in Cyprus. It is. Oh, they're 1 hour ahead of us.
Yeah.
So hi to the people in Cyprus. Is anybody there?
And who's your team?
Yeah. I'm not
Besides
in Cyprus.
Barca.
Nathan Heath says I'm not in Cyprus, which is helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you for your honesty.
There's one in
Oh, one.
Cyprus.
Nice.
Felipe Reyes.
Felipe Reyes.
But Spanish name.
No,
Cyprus, California.
Not.
Oh, okay.
Careful here, the header in the goal.
Oh!
There we are, Fermin! Vamos, Fermín!
Vamos!
Fermín López, the Energizer Bunny,
Vamos!
scoring a header like he did at the Metropolitano. Look at him.
The happy face, like he's a
Maybe
truly Barca lover.
Let's take a look at it. As we were talking about Cyprus, Hector Fort through to Fermín. The
It's
Masia
just-
connection there.
It's not easy.
Just
What a
too
cross by
easy.
Hector Fort.
It's too easy, though.
The right-footed banana inside. With a curl, and then the header by Fermín. It
But
bounces
it's not
down
easy
hard, goes
to
straight
do it
into
like
the top
that
of the net.
header that way,
Yeah.
like so it bounces. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Well, Marbrau, Fermín, the Energizer Bunny, who's come in to the lineup once again today, and he scored again. Is it his second header of the season? He scored one at the Metropolitano. I'm
Three.
not sure if he...
Just
three?
said third.
Third? Okay, third header.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, header.
Third
Sixth
one.
goal.
third one.
Is the
Go for it, go.
third one, yes, because the last one was not in Metropolitano. That was the first one, but the second one was the game against Valencia.
Oh, of course.
With an incredible header. So be careful with this action of
Careful
Almeria.
here, Embarba can make a run into the box. He slows down, he allows Koundé to get in front of him, and he allows Inigo Martinez to clear the ball. Right, Marca, Fermín with the goal.
Yeah, third header of his career in Barça. Incredible numbers by Fermín. 9 goals this season. So he's one of the top 5 scorers of the season.
Really?
Only one to reach João Félix and Rafinha as the third top scorer of the season, and only 2 goals under Ferran Torres as the second top scorer of the season. So incredible numbers for Fermín. This is the 6th one in La Liga. As I said, it's the third header. The first one was in Metropolitano, the second one against Valencia. So incredible numbers by Fermín López. Remember, it's the first season in La Liga. So incredible numbers by Fermín. And of course, I want to say something about Hector Fort. He played some games this year, his debut year, but incredible numbers. Third assist for Hector Fort.
Wow.
He's still playing a lot of games. Third assist of Hector Fort. And this one reminds me, it's not the same finish, but reminds me the first one that he did, it was in Barbastro, in a Spanish Cup games. It was a very similar cross, direct to Rafinha, who is in the far post, put with the foot. But today it's not with the foot, it's with the header. But I don't know if you remember that action, but it was quite similar.
Yeah,
From the
I
left
remember the
position,
cross.
A good cross for the far post, and today is the same to Fermín to score. Yeah, so third assist for Hector Fort, incredible La Masia connection.
That's crazy because Hector Fort hasn't played that much.
No.
To make 3 assists and has this impact.
The camera just went to João Cancelo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Must be
mean,
worried.
It's something to think about for next year. We don't know what's going to happen next year at that position because João Cancelo is obviously on loan.
You've got Balde
you've
also.
got Balde coming
We've
back
got
from injury
Balde,
as well.
so we've always embraced the Balde on this show. So
Yeah, always.
We never did.
he didn't score a winning goal.
What we haven't done yet, and Barca have scored, and it's been through a La Masia connection. Never a better time for Barca Hearts, guys. Blue and red hearts on the live chat.
Yeah, whoever said it was going to be a La Masia goal.
Imposter 2.0 is reading my mind. Go for it again, Imposter 0. Ah, nice one.
Difficult though.
Can I do that? That does not look like a heart.
That's
It's more
not
like an
a heart.
apple.
Your thumbs are too
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Barca Hearts, please, guys. Come on, what's wrong with you?
The old crew. I love it.
17 minutes
I
played.
missed this.
I do.
Yeah.
You see, Barca's winning.
I missed it. See, there we go. There are all the Barca Hearts. More Barca Hearts.
Vamos.
I like at this, and the vibes of the last year crew. I hope it doesn't end like games ended last year, though.
1-0.
Because that means we're in for 73 minutes of not a lot.
If they win,
Careful here, Hector Fort putting the cross in, and it's another corner kick. Marbrau, Hector Fort making moves forward early in this game.
Yeah, great minutes played by Hector Fort. The last game he played, I said before when we talk about Gundogan's missing, it was in Cadiz, it was in the lineup, but he played also a great game against Atletico de Madrid. Remember that day, Christensen had some problems in the warm-up, and he played that well that day.
True. Yeah, he did play very well, and it was the 3-0 win at the Metropolitano. Was it?
Look out,
here,
look out,
the
look
cross
out.
inside, an opportunity, and that will be another corner kick. Tadsani says, Barcelona, what is your prediction? Well, my prediction was a 3-0. Irati's was a 3-0 as well. And Spencer, you were a
3-2, which means we're 1/5 of the way there.
And Marc Brau went for a 2-0, I think. Here comes the cross by Lamine Yamal. Iñigo Martinez!
Hey, almost.
I'd like to inform, though, the crowd who don't know, mainly Irati, that last time out against Real Sociedad, the final score was 2-0.
Oh, yeah.
And only one person suggested at the beginning of the day that it would end 2-0.
And it was not me.
You guess it.
I-
Finally.
Oh, yeah.
Last season you
Oh, yeah,
didn't
no,
get
yeah.
any.
I did get at least one.
At least one, yeah.
I know, Irati
learned,
got it
you
more than
learned.
anybody else.
And live chat.
Finally.
There was one of you asking for predictions. Let's do a new round of predictions. We're going to keep ours. Give us a new round of score predictions, knowing that now Barca have scored one, the Fermin goal. So let us know. Let us know.
I have to say I haven't celebrated a single victory this year here in the studio.
You came for the Clásico,
Yeah.
not a win.
Yeah, that
You
was
came for the Girona game, right?
Yeah.
Also tough.
I think it's because I was not with you guys.
Are you the new Jinx? Jamie
No, that's
used
still
to be the
Jamie.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Jamie today. I didn't talk to him about the jinx, though.
No.
I should have.
He did come on the day that I wasn't here, which was the Cadiz game, and we won.
Oh.
Do you think he knows that he's still the jinx, though? Should I
He
tell
carries
him?
it around with
Should I
him
tell him?
like
I
a
should-
bag of
wait,
weights.
Let me just
Yeah.
tell Jamie real
Yeah.
quick, just to ask him.
Just say that we're mentioning it.
Yeah.
Maybe just the mention of Jamie allows Almeria to come back in the game. I hope it doesn't. Shadow Blade is very insistent. Kuku Kubarsi will score a header. Interesting that you say that. Interesting that you say that. We did... Oh,
Jamie, we're hanging out here on Barca Live. We just want to ask you if you recall that you're a jinx. Do you know that?
do you remember
remember?
that? Because you still are. I know you came and Barca beat Cadiz, but you're still the jinx.
You are.
Ouch. Sent.
Right. Sent. Yeah, okay. Letting Jamie know that he is still the jinx. Kubarsi says Sokubo. Here we go. Barca in transition down the left-hand side. The incoming cross looking for Ferran Torres, led by the Almeria defence. Now Almeria want to run. Ooh, careful here,
Oh,
careful
wow, what a
here,
run.
because it can
Oh,
soon turn
Jamie.
into an opportunity.
Jamie.
We've just mentioned Jamie and
Oh.
Almeria. Oh, I've missed. Leo Baptistao missing
Here's
one
the
of the
proof.
clearest opportunities he will have had in his career.
Here's the proof.
That should have been scored.
Did you see that though? He
It was,
looked like
just
Usain
all
Bolt.
of a sudden, yeah.
Well, and then when he tried to actually put the ball on target, it's almost like he took a divot with a sand wedge out of it, like a chunk of grass out of the ground.
But he did the most difficult thing, and then
Yeah.
he didn't score.
Israel says who scored the goal? Fermin. Fermin Lopez scored the goal. Marc Brau, that was a big scare, the Leo Baptistao opportunity.
Yeah, this is the goal that I have, the farthest one I have. I'm more close to the one that Firmino scored, but it's like all the stadium was like silence, like what happened? It's incredible that
How'd you
that
miss
player,
that,
one
yeah.
of the top scorers of Almeria. Remember that Leo Baptistao scored a great goal against Barça in the first leg in Montjuic. He scored the 1-1-0, so he's a good player. So everyone was like saying, what happened? It's impossible that Leo Baptistao didn't score that goal. I have a question also for you guys. Do you notice something different in this stadium between this year and the last one? Do you
let
see
me-
something different?
Let me
have
see if we
the
can get
short,
like the
yeah.
wide shot. Oh,
Because
is it
something has changed.
no racetrack?
I don't know what this word means, Robert. Maybe you refer to the stands?
Oh no, not the stands. No, racetrack. I meant pista de atletismo.
Ah. Yeah, no. this was no. The difference is that we don't have mobile stands. Remember that? Yeah, I didn't know that word. So last year, remember that this stadium behind the goals had mobile stands, like the same that will happen in Montilivi. And this year, it's like always in this stadium, the fans are very far from the goals, so we don't have mobile stands.
Oh, okay.
Ah, see, I can see.
I didn't realize that. Oh, there's a shot by Hector Fort that went nowhere.
This is the kind of things that I always try to look, and kind of things I always try to search that nobody cares about it, but I care about it. I always try to
I mean,
give
I
some
think it's-
different stories for you guys.
Yeah. Now that you say it, the fans who are behind the goal do look like they're about a kilometer away from the
Yeah,
goal.
that's a long ways away.
Yeah.
But that makes it easier for the other goalkeeper. Like if you are playing at home.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the opponent goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Nobody can heckle you from that
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah. Unless you have like.
I asked what
soprano
was the
voice.
reason. I asked what was the reason, because with the other things, as Irati said, is maybe more difficult for the goalkeepers. It's because they can have more fans in the stands with that kind of normal stands than if they put mobile stands.
Oh, okay.
So just a reason for capacity.
Careful there, to Stegen flying. Should we get some airplanes in the live chat?
It was like a puddle jumper.
It was a low flying airplane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like one of those crop dusters that goes around and
Yeah.
and sprays on the crop.
Yeah.
Dusts the crops.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Little two-seater
But
airplane.
he did have to take off. So let me go and find that airplane emoji.
There's small airplanes as emoji, right?
This game.
There is, I'll go. I'll
Hey,
go
look
for
out, Robert, because here come Barça again.
Here come Barca again. Incoming cross at the far
Ui.
post. Lamine Yamal was there waiting. So was Lewandowski.
This is what we wanted this game to be. This is kind of
You see,
what
but
we
you
were
can
hoping
have
for.
fun
yeah. We
with
can
Ter Stegen saving balls.
we can have well yeah we're having I'm having fun right now, absolutely. I don't know how Leo Baptistao didn't score that goal. I'm guessing that's why they're being relegated, is for chances missed like that.
Also,
Well, you
like
saw
players
it
they
when
have
like
lost.
with the camera from behind. You saw how the last touch, sort of the ball got out of the way of his run.
Yeah.
Careful, I mean.
Careful here, Lamine Yamal sitting it up on the edge of the box. Could there be a shot here? No, it's given back to Lamine Yamal. Lamine, who had a great impact on the game on Monday against the Real Sociedad. Scored one, could have scored a hat-trick with the amount of chances he had.
That's very unlike Pedri to lose it in those situations. That's why I really want to see him at his best. I think we might have to wait until next year.
I think that's a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
Confident.
careful here because Almeria have space to run. I think Mbarba might have been offside here. Following him is Kubarsi, who intervenes and forces the corner kick.
And that nullifies the offside if they're not going to raise the flag, because now they got to go to the corner flag and it's done.
Lactarina says, my prediction is 4-0 for Barca. I like the way you
We're on
think.
the way.
Corner kick for Almeria, 26 minutes played, 1-0 up. Fermin was the goal scorer. I'll make my point about Pedri in a second once Barca have hopefully managed to clear away the ball here. The header
Corner again.
is a corner again. Yeah, Lozano was making the run in. Barca defender managed to clear there. Another incoming cross, cleared this time by Robert Lewandowski. Pedri, I would argue, the ideal thing, if you're thinking like from a basketball perspective, maybe just rest this summer. I know he's going to go to the Euros, but
Do you think so?
Just refresh.
Do you think it's like a sure thing?
I think
I think
they're
so.
bringing
Yeah.
Gabi just to be there.
But
Gabi's
may-
not going to play.
No, not gonna play.
But maybe, I mean,
Like for me, if I was the national coach of Spain, I would bring Fermin before Pedri right now.
Ooh, look at Fermin now finding Lamine Yamal. Ferran Torres fell down in the middle. He's already got himself up. Lamine Yamal's going to make
Oof.
a run into the box. Lamine Yamal with a step over. Lamine Yamal!
Ay!
pal.
It was a
Lamine al
golazo.
pal. Lamine al pal. Lamine just hit the post there after a brilliant individual run. sort of ran out of angle.
Oh,
He's so
just
good.
dropped the defender.
Yeah.
And at the near
Yeah.
post there, hit the
He's
outside
going
of the
to be
post. A
busy
good chance
this
there for
summer.
Lamine Yamal.
Would you bring Lamine? I would bring Lamine. I'd probably
Yeah.
probably bring him.
If
I mean-
I had to guess, I would say Lamine Yamal is going to the Euros.
Yeah.
To start every game.
If I had to guess, maybe Paul Kovacic. But we'll have to wait and see. Have to wait and see for what Mr. De La
Koundé
Fuente
is
says.
going. It was released today.
Already?
Yeah, I read
Mark,
something.
do we have... so
Yeah.
Irati's saying now...
Yeah.
that- yeah, go for it, Mark.
I have. Not only Koundé, we have also the list of Germany and also for Netherlands.
Okay.
So we have Koundé with France. We can confirm also that Ter Stegen and Gundogan will play the Euros at home with Germany. And Frenkie de Jong, now it's injured. We have to wait until he's recovered. But for the moment, he's in the pre-list of Ronald Koeman's list. Remember, former Barça player
Oh,
and
yeah,
coach, who's now
that's right.
the coach of
Forgot
national
about
team
that.
of Netherlands. So for the moment, these 4 players are confirmed in the preview lists.
Okay, and do we know more or less when we can expect the Spain pre-list? Because that's the one that's going to be
Yeah.
the interesting one, or in
It
terms of
depends
numbers.
on the time, but remember, this is not easy for Spain national team because
But is
remember
this
that we
week
have
the-
Olympic Games right now,
Oh.
and there are other Barça players. Yeah, maybe it has to be this week, but we have to wait also until players will have to play Olympic Games. Maybe Fermin, for example, is one that is maybe one of the players that can be in Paris because he's playing with under 21. That is the national team who plays usually that kind of Olympic Games. Remember that we had 3 players with a silver medal in last Tokyo Games. I have to make some memory. One was Pedro, the one is Eric Garcia and Mingueza. 3 players got that silver medal in the last Olympic Games. So
In 10 days is
and
the
we have
list
to
of Spain.
explain also that we have American in 10 days, Irati.
In 10
So
days.
I wanna add something, just one thing more, that we have American Cup. American Cup with Rafinha, who will play also that American Cup. We have the list, official list for Brazil, and also Araujo. So
We
a lot
have-
of national competitions this summer.
Mark, just so you know, we still call it Copa America. We don't go American Cup. Even
America?
in the U.S. or anywhere else,
Yeah.
it's just Copa America.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's good. American Cup is the sailing one, maybe.
It's the sailing one, which is
Oh,
in
yeah.
Barcelona,
Yeah.
what, next week? 2
It's
weeks?
also called Copa America, right? But maybe
Copa America, yeah, the sailing Copa America.
Yeah, that one I've seen as like advertised as America's Cup or something. But
Careful here, Almeria with an opportunity that may be offside. Leo Baptistao setting it up on the edge of the box.
Oh,
It's
that's what I'm
in!
saying. Now the flag.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
an airplane.
it's offside.
now the flag.
Bueno,
It was
that's
still
half
great
airplane.
save.
By the way, I'm going to
Yeah.
the Olympics, but not to Paris because that's going to be chaos.
Are you going to the basketball?
I'm going to the football in Marseille, which is France under 20. It's all under 23s for the men.
You know who's coaching France?
The U23s.
Yeah.
No, who?
Thierry Henry.
He's coaching the U23s.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see them take on the US. So
Oh.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Wow. And any chance of going to see some basketball? Some dream-
But that's all in Paris, isn't it?
No, there's some of it away from Paris as well.
Is it?
Lille,
I'll have to
I
look it
want to
up.
say.
I'll have to look it up because I'd love to.
I
see
think
some
all the tickets had been sold for that. But anyway,
Right.
yeah, there's your Olympics update. Will you be
I mean,
following the Olympics
we're-
this summer?
We're going to see people in the Olympics.
Many athletes from Barça
Yeah.
are going to the
Many Barca athletes will be going to the Olympics. Maybe this is a good segue into which country will you be supporting in the Olympics, which means which country, or generally will probably mean which country are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? Let us know on the live chat.
I'm not sure how it will end up looking roster-wise, but I think Diego Cochin might be an option for the U.S. U23s.
Ooh.
He's the
Well,
the
he's
third string
so-
keeper for Barca right now.
Third string keeper, or sometimes or Barca.
I don't know. I don't know. He still choose, but I don't know. He still choose the national team. I don't have the news.
But you don't. But you don't
Are
have
you
to
sure that
commit
it
at
will
the
be-
under 23 level.
Yeah. It's only with the major.
Okay.
It's once you make 3 appearances for the senior team, then you're locked into that country.
Okay, so we've got some countries here. Salar says Pakistan. Spencer, Alia says.
Let me guess. Slovenia.
That is correct. Space Fan says Poland. Raymond Basnet says Nepal. Azer says Azerbaijan. Celine says Lebanon. Nice. Hi to the people from Lebanon. We've got Vinicius Cuba. We've got Elmir Days from Sweden. Sorry. Not Sweden. Sweden. We've got Learn With Me, and a user called Learn With Me from Nigeria with the Nigerian flag. Suhail going Germany. Nice. Got Nepal again. Kuponiyi, live from Lagos, Nigeria. What time is it in Lagos, Nigeria? Let me know. Kuponiyi. Lavion, Poland. Abdirahim, Somalia. Have we ever had someone from Somalia
I
watching?
feel like maybe once or twice, but not often.
FHJ, Jacobs, Spain. Ooh, here's a nice one. Shadowblade. Which signings are you looking forward to? We have no inside information, but we could throw out some names in a little while. Maybe.
Sure, if you'd like.
Yeah.
El Benja going Argentina. Lone Wolf going Iraq. Well, lots of different countries. Anyway,
And we wish all of them the best success in the Olympics, if
Yes.
they're in the Olympics.
if they're in the Olympics,
But it's easy to watch the Olympics being American, right? Like they are always there winning almost everything.
well, depending on
Yeah.
what sport you're watching.
Yeah.
It's different because I feel like in smaller countries, you latch on to your 1 or 2 or 10 athletes, and those are the ones you go with.
That's what
Yeah.
happened when I went to the Pan American Games in October last year. I was in Chile, and Chile was behind their
Right.
15 athletes
Right.
that they had high hopes for gold medals with. They were really behind them.
With the U.S., there's so many athletes that the U.S. media has to create stories for you to latch onto, to turn into to love certain people and tell their backstory. Otherwise, you don't know. Like Michael Phelps is easy and obvious,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what do you know about the
Simone Biles is easy enough.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. My uncle tried out. He's athletic, but he's not Olympic athletic. But he applied to try and start the kayaking team for India because they didn't have one, and we have the Indian heritage. And he actually got it approved back in the 90s.
Oh.
But
Kuponi from Nigeria says Nigeria is dominating the 400 meters and the relays this year. Well, we'll have to see if that is correct.
who's dominating the 400 meters?
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Could be.
I think they have a pretty good history there. Don't they?
Well, we'll have to
Nigeria has a gold medal in Olympic football.
see. True. With a former
And
Barca player,
with
Marc
a
Brau.
former Barca player as a hero. Yeah, former Barca player as a hero, because his goal that makes the win for Nigeria against Argentina. I'm talking about Atlanta 1996. In your country, Spence, it was in Atlanta, that Olympic
Yep.
Games.
Yep.
And Nigeria won the Olympic medal against Argentina with a goal, a winning goal of Emanuela Munique,
Yeah.
a former Barca player.
Former Barca legend. The author of the chant Campeolones, Campeolones. Iconic. Wait, hang on a second. Because, Marc, I'm just... Nigeria beat Spain in a final with Xavi Hernandez and Gabri in the team. That was in the 99 under somethings, or do you remember?
No. So that team in 1999, Spain won that World Cup against Japan in the final, but that final was in Nigeria.
Oh, okay, that's
with
why.
Xavi, Gabri, and Puyol. I don't remember if it Puyol. No, Xavi, Gabri, Puyol. I don't remember
think
if
Puyol was there.
in that team.
No.
But that with remember for the other kind of players, for example, Casillas was also in that under 20 World Cup in Nigeria in 1999. The final in Nigeria, but the final was between Japan and Spain. When Nigeria beat Spain, was in the World Cup in France '98.
Oh, yeah.
In the first game of that World Cup for Spain and Nigeria, with an own goal scored by Zubizarreta. Yeah.
3-2.
History
3-2.
classes.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
history with these because I'm always learning. Always.
World Cup 98 is my favorite World Cup ever.
Really?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Why?
Me too.
First one I ever followed, but some iconic teams. iconic teams. It was a great World Cup. Probably because it was the first one I ever followed.
Yeah.
But you've got the France with Zidane, with Lilian Thuram, with Didier Deschamps captaining, Fabien Barthez. Then you've got Brazil with Ronaldo Nazario, with Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos as well. You've got some great teams. Croatia was great in that World Cup as well. I remember the Dutch team was also amazing. I'd say that's my favorite World Cup ever, and the one that would follow was the last one.
Last one was outstanding.
It was so good.
I mean, we all had time off here, so we all got to enjoy it.
It was amazing in December, yeah.
By the way, just switching gears for a second, I have to point out I received a response from Jamie.
Yep.
It was just a WhatsApp sticker, which was...
Are you not gonna... yeah.
I don't... You can tell me if you want me to show it or not, but I'll just describe to you. It is a much younger Joan Laporta, shirtless, pouring champagne.
Okay.
I could turn my phone around to the camera, but I don't know if people really need that in their lives.
Let me see.
Shirtless Laporta at any age, really.
So where are we here? The game has sort of died down, hasn't it?
Yeah, like the season.
Like the season. Oh, it's such a... pessimism all over it.
We have to love
season.
ourselves.
I mean, they're still charging, though. Almeria especially.
Yeah, they're looking for that one.
Right, I've sent Pep Moledo a question that we can put on the graphics here that might get the juices flowing again in this game, as Almeria have a chance to attack here.
I feel bad for all of the Almeria fans who bought the Somos de Primera scarves.
Well, they might come back.
I mean, they could be recycled in
I
a couple
have
of
a
years.
shirt that says Som de Primera when Nastic went up to La Liga.
And
that didn't
we're
last
still
much.
waiting.
Yeah. That didn't last much.
Lasted one season,
Yeah.
and it's never been...
No.
Well, you could
Yeah.
technically use it this season. From the
Yeah,
Because they're in the
Primera.
technically. But Barça Athletic Nastic, an important game this weekend. Barça Athletic Nastic.
Is that right?
Yeah. In the playoff 4 promotion. So
I love the lower tier promotion playoffs. I think it's great.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get out from there.
Yeah. I'm going to Europa on Sunday.
right, that was not the question that I sent Pep Moledo, but we can use this one. What should Barca prioritize in these last 3 games? Second spot, minutes for the young players, like we're seeing today for Hector Fort, or just turn the page and think about next season?
I think Monet is important, so I go for a second spot.
I think 1 leads to 3. Once you secure the
Yeah,
second spot,
that's it.
you can start thinking about the next season.
It leads to 2 and 3. We asked this question in the last show, and we're getting our answer, which means they want the young players to play, or some of them at least. But they're also still in a good, solid position to go after the second spot, especially after Girona's loss on Tuesday. It's almost set now.
Ah, there's the question that I asked. Will Barca score before half-time? Yes, no, or twice?
Oi!
Well, Almeria almost did. Wow. Was that
A post.
was that in Barba?
It looked like Barba, and he
Yeah.
hit the post. The inside of the post.
Right, live chat. Will Barca score
Yes.
before half-time? Yes, no, or twice? Twice seems a bit ambitious. I'm going to go yes.
I'm going to go yes.
Spencer Siegel, you look like a no.
No.
No, you have
Yeah.
no written all across your forehead.
But didn't they score it before halftime last time against Real Sociedad? Did they not?
More or less.
We asked the question,
Yeah?
and then they scored.
Did
we?
the question.
We asked the question.
Did we?
We did. Check the VAR.
I don't
man.
recall.
It's there.
Barba was the one who had the opportunity which hit the post there for Almeria. Live chat. Give me some 1s, give me some yeses, maybe some 3s if you're being very optimistic.
Let the people, if the people want to pick no, Robert, you should let them.
Well, Igwe Nathan picked 2. And I'm not happy about it.
I do think the answer is no. I'm just being realistic.
Okay. You be realistic. I'll be optimistic.
Okay.
Here's Barca.
That's how we get carried away. Oh, throw that in.
This
I
one.
like Laurie 207's answer. No, but hopefully, yeah. I like it. Carolina says hopefully at least twice.
I don't think we have time for that. Do we?
Don't feel like there'll be enough time. Oh, I like an answer that I saw there from Shadowblade. 1, and it will be Kubarsi. Imagine that. Ooh, Lamine Yamal went down, hands on face.
Yeah, that was in the box.
It was in the
Yeah.
box.
He's complaining about. Yeah,
An
I don't
impact
know
right
if
to the jaw.
Bruno Langa put the elbow. Yeah, in the mouth, but the referee was so close for the action.
Yeah,
Remember
right.
that Lamine Yamal have brackets in the teeth,
Oh.
and maybe it's because of these brackets. That
Yeah,
he
I can
has,
tell it hurts.
An impact.
Did you guys have
Yeah.
braces?
Yeah,
Yep.
I've
Very
experienced that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
would
was
never
handball
want to do it again.
goalkeeper with bracelet.
You were what? Goalkeeper.
A handball
Handball
goalkeeper with
goalkeeper.
braces
Yeah.
sounds like
dangerous.
an
Were you-
absolute nightmare.
Did you have braces because you were a handball goalkeeper?
No,
Or?
but it was happening together.
Yeah, I had braces while I was playing handball as well. And sometimes it was like the occasional flying hand that went straight into your face, and then your lips went into your braces,
Ow.
and then
Yeah.
I just remember not being able to eat solid food on certain days.
true soft sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soup.
Or an
So-
apple. Like it was, you could not
So
eat an
guys, we're
apple,
so
like,
close to
properly.
know what is the other time. Do you want to play with me in 15 seconds?
Like 1 minute.
One?
One,
One
yeah, I was
minute.
gonna say 1 minute.
Careful here, Fermin Lewandowski, shot blocked. I think we're all going 1, Mark.
1 minute. Well, it can be 2 because of the goal.
Yeah.
I have the answer. The fourth referee is so slowly, and it's for you. The
Hey!
answer. Just 1 minute.
Just tells
I
the
think-
story.
I think
it
that's-
just tells the story of the game.
I
that
think
we
that's
got
long
excited
enough.
about. Yeah.
That's long enough for
Yeah.
this half.
Well, I saw a couple of comments that there's no way that we're scoring a goal before half time. I mean, I think that's just a little bit like being too negative.
Do I get credit for being realistic, or do I just go?
Careful,
to
wait a
the
minute.
other
There's
room?
still 30 seconds remaining.
Mhm.
Don't count your.
My chickens before they hatch.
Exactly. Yeah. I never remember the saying.
Okay. My chickens are already in the fryer. I'm
Yeah.
already ready to go with the chicken fingers. The tiras de pollastra.
Well, what we say here is no diguis Vlad fins que sigui el sac i ben lligat, and Fermin is making a run down the middle there, and he's going to take the shot.
No way!
Oh, Maximiano!
It was there.
Almost. Woo, Fermin! Look at that.
He's got a shot on him, doesn't he?
He does have a
Yeah.
shot on him. And is the referee going to let us take the corner kick, Marc Brau?
I will be surprised.
So
if
the ref,
it's-
Barca, the chance just to kick the last corner. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We arrived until the last minute, but Alberola Rojas said that is the last action half.
Could there be a Kubarsi goal here? Lamine Yamal's going to cross it in. Incoming cross by Lamine. I hope this goes in. Oh!
That's it.
The header there. I
Another
think by
corner, but
Koundé.
no more time.
Yeah, it was another corner, no more
Referee
time.
said it was the last one, so half time.
We'll talk to you in a second. Marc Brau, it was a header there. Inigo almost got to it. It would have been a corner, but it's 1-0 at half-time. Fermin Lopez was the goal scorer. Good start by Barça. Intense. Almeria have had their chances. And Barba hit the post there to stay and had to make a save as well before. But Fermin's goal counts. I want to ask you, live chat, if you enjoyed this first half. If you did not, thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs down. I'm going to go, well, thumbs up. We're getting the job done, so thumbs up.
I go thumbs up. I mean, we're winning. And also, I like the performance of Fermin and Hector Ford, which are players that are showing up. So I go thumbs up.
And at this stage of the season, if we can combine entertainment with winning, as opposed to the Barça Getafe from 2 seasons ago, I remember in the second to last game of the year. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thumbs up for what we're seeing.
Thumbs up for what we're seeing. Barca have had a couple of opportunities. Fermin's goal was great. A great Masia connection there. The cross by Hector Ford, who's having a nice performance. as well, starting as left back today. Right, players have headed into the dressing rooms. We'll take a short little break, show you a glimpse of what you can find on Barça 1. Stay tuned, we're coming back in a few minutes for a bit more halftime analysis.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
Vull el millor per a aquest club. I el sento, m'han fet ser així a casa. A casa tots som culers i sigui a dins del club o fora, estaré remant sempre perquè tot vagi bé.
La primera está haciendo la primera.
Rivera.
Sí, que sí. Rivera.
Do you remember the challenge you proposed in the blue and red program?
A canoe race in the Olympic canal.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Caroline Graham Hansen always knew what she wanted to be when she was older.
En quin partit vas trencar el rècord de jugador més jove en anotar un gol a la Lliga?
Granada.
Barça-Cádiz, Granada-Barça, Barça-Leche.
Granada-Barça.
Está muy fácil.
Hombre, si
Yo he metido 2 goles.
se te queda ahí y la empujas ahí.
Back to his right, the cross by Cancelo. Oh, Lamine Yamal opens the scoring for Barça.
What was my dream when I was a kid? I explained it in the Dare to Play series. A classic ballet dancer, astronaut, scientific, and scientific in ice bears. And B and C is correct.
Yeah, I would say astronaut.
Astronaut?
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess this.
Yeah, I think I said like B and C, like astronaut and...
Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
When I was a kid.
yeah.
When I was a kid, I had 2 things I was going to be. I was an astronaut and I'm going to be a scientist on ice bears, so...
Quin contingut del Barça, Barça One protagonitzo amb Gemma Mangual? A. Descobrim Barcelona. B. Orígens. C. Ferran Torres somiant junts.
Origen.
No. Tío, qué paquete,
¿Qué
loco.
es estas preguntas que son?
Descobrim Barcelona.
Madre mía.
T'he portat a la confraria de pescadors del Port de Barcelona perquè aquí està l'origen de la Barceloneta.
Do you remember all the goal scorers in the Champions League final against Chelsea?
Yeah, Aitana, Alexia, me, and a own goal.
Yeah.
Encara Martens, línia de fons, Martens!
En quin poble d'Uruguai va néixer Ronald Araujo? És el lloc on hem anat a gravar el seu capítol de la sèrie Orígens. A. Rivera. B. Picamero. C. Tuacanrembo.
Picamero.
No.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
What was the result of the historic game against Real Madrid in the Champions League that marked the greatest assistance in the women's match? Like highest attendance.
When we played in Camp Nou?
Yeah, highest attendance. What was the score in this game? Against
Either 4-2 or 5-2. Is it 5-2? Yeah, correct.
Very good.
Nunca en la historia del fútbol femenino se había congregado tanta gente en un estadio para ver un partido de fútbol.
A Barça One pots trobar els millors moments de Lamine Yamal al futbol formatiu del Barça. Amb quina edat vaig arribar a la Masia?
Però dime.
A. 8 anys. B. 9. C. 7.
7. ¡Oh, tío!
Suerte tienes.
Sé de ti mucho,
Pero has dicho voleo.
Sé de ti más que tú.
Otro partido en el cual marcas, ya llevas varios goles en las 3 jornadas. ¿Cómo te sientes en este inicio de temporada? Mejor imposible, ¿no?
Sí, estoy bien, pero voy a intentar mejorar.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
Vull el millor per a aquest club. I el sento, m'han fet ser així a casa. A casa tots som culers i sigui a dins del club o fora, estaré remant sempre perquè tot vagi bé.
Right, so it's half-time in Almeria. Barça are up 1-0. The goal scored by Fermín. The goal that came early, and I feel like the game went into a bit of a lull after that.
It did. There were moments for both teams. We saw Almeria hit the post. We saw Barça almost score. Fermín had a really nice shot saved. But overall, we could probably use one or two more goals on Barca's side, yeah.
What did we like from what we saw from Barca? I feel like, at least up until the goal, the way the team came out was the way we expected them to come out.
Yeah, I think the energy that Barca brought into the game, I feel after the goal, like maybe they thought, okay, this is going to be easy, so maybe the intensity went down. What I like the most is the energy of Fermín, because he's playing, as we said, he's a little Gavi or a same Gavi, because he plays this kind of game, the same intensity he plays against PSG or Champions League games. And also Héctor Ford, because today he's showing he's capable of being part of this team.
Definitely. I mean, Marbrau said Héctor Ford, 3 assists all season long. It's not that he's had a ton of minutes.
And it's why we have sort of all agreed that of the 3 options we were given of what do you want for the rest of the season, we want Barca to play their young players. We want those young players to get a chance. One of the things that we can do with those last 3 games is giving them that opportunity, including not just Héctor Ford, but there are other options as well. I'm going to be saying Victor Roque's name a couple of times because I'd just like to see him. I think he could score a goal tonight.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. He may be one of the options in this second half. I'm having a bit of trouble here with my cables, but it doesn't matter. We'll hide them. We'll try and do our best to hide them here. We're trying to maneuver. Right. Anyway, going into the second half, what would we like to see? I mean, I feel like today is a game for 5 substitutions and early substitutions.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like we have already seen some rotations. I feel like it's the kind of game that maybe Lewandowski can go to the bench. Maybe not Ferran because he hasn't played as much, but probably Rafinha will enter, and I think we're going to see many changes.
Especially if you get a goal early in the second half to start things off and you just go out and get it done. That way you don't have to worry as much about killing the game off at the end, and it won't get even slower because I do think if it stays 1-0, Almeria have the capability and the fresh legs of going out and scoring a goal.
And the courage, because I mean...
And the courage, yeah.
I know they're already a team that's already relegated, but they'll want to give their fans something to be pleased about.
Well, they haven't won a game at the Power Horse all season. They're the only team left in La Liga who haven't won a home game.
They've won 2 in La Liga, so yeah.
And they both came on the road.
Before we go to Marbrau, I would like to ask you guys, who did you think was the best player in the first half? I think it's an easy answer today. Option 1 is Fermín, option 2 is Héctor Ford, option 3 is Lamine Yamal. 3 youngsters, 3 Masia players.
Yep.
That's the best news of today, I would say. Like what we are seeing about the youngsters, I think it's clear. It's Fermín not only for the goal, but for the energy and everything that he has on there.
That opportunity he had late in the first half as well.
Héctor Ford's not a bad option, but Fermín seems like the guy today. Better that we're not talking about Cubarsí or
Ter Stegen.
Or Ter Stegen.
He did a couple saves.
Inigo.
Yeah. Koundé.
Yeah.
Good that we're not talking about the defenders. Right, let's head over to Almeria with Marbrau. Marbrau, who did you think was the best player in the first half? We were giving 3 options, Fermín, Héctor Ford or Lamine Yamal.
It's not as easy as it can seem because, of course, Fermín scored the goal. But, okay, Héctor Ford gave the assist and Lamine Yamal made an incredible slalom that was very close to score a goal. But I have to say that for me, it's Fermín. It's incredible the energy that the Andalusian player put inside the field. Instead, he's not playing football at the beginning. A lot of games this season, the most games he played this season, he comes from the bench. But it's incredible the way that he arrived to the box. That is not very tall. Fermín López, it's quite small. Maybe it's like this one, and he scored 3 goals like a header. Incredible at Metropolitano with Madrid at Montjuic against Valencia and today against Almeria. I don't think that for the moment Xavi makes some changes in the team. I take a look to the pitch and for the moment all the players in the bench are warming up, but maybe I think he has no intention to make a substitution just right now. Of course, we have to think that most of that players played on Monday and we have another game on Sunday. So maybe in the second half, Xavi can make some changes in the team. Remember that today we have injured, of course, Gavi, Balde and De Jong, but we don't have Gundogan and we don't have Araujo, who rested in Barcelona. Yesterday, Xavi said that he had pain in the knee and maybe he can be doubted for the last minute, and finally he did not travel with the team this morning. So the second half is about to start. Here is a little bit more cold. The fans, of course, are not so hot today because Almeria, as you know, is a new second division team, and Barça have also to be in alarm because Almeria had a great attempt with a shoot in the post, so Barça has to be very concentrated until the second half. So I see now the Almeria players are going to enter. So if you want, Robert, I'm going to my position in the bench. For the moment, as you can see, we have Barça fans inside me. I will take to Paul. Just okay, we have a photograph inside. Okay, goodbye. Have a nice night. Paul, give you just the image. We don't have a lot of Barça fans there in the stands, but okay, we have some fans there just supporting. That's not a lot of fans, but it's okay. It's a Thursday night, so it's not so easy to come here from Almeria. So this is the action. We are very close. So Barça fans that they singing a lot of Barça songs, and they give so ambient here in the field. So Robert, I give you back the connection. I explain like a big podcast. So. Let me rest a little bit. Yeah, tell me.
I have one question. I know that we have a familiar face in the stands, someone that you and me both know. Do you think that Paul can zoom in enough to find him?
Yeah. For the moment, it's quite difficult because I think he has taken a picture. Yeah. Paul, if you can give me the image of someone that we know in the stands. You see this one with the gray jersey.
Okay.
Just in the left position. It's like...
he's the one with the flag.
As you can see,
there he is.
Flag.
There
he's from behind. So he's taking a picture. Maybe you can follow Instagram, that guy. Yeah. I don't know, he's looking... I've been talking with him. Yeah. I've been talking with him. Yeah, hi Alex. Do you hear me? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Alex. Hey! Say hello to the camera. Yeah.
Round of applause for Alex Carrasco, guys. Mark, we'll talk to you in a minute.
He's showing the flag now.
Okay. Okay. Barça players are inside. This is Alex Carrasco. Bye.
Right. Okay, this means nothing to anyone. Fill the live chat with hearts for one of the most committed Barca supporters I know, Alex Carrasco. Fill the live chat with blue and red hearts for our former colleague at Barca TV, Alex Carrasco, who no longer works for Barca, but he's doing well for himself, and he's in Almeria today.
Big on handball, big on hockey,
big on
all the sports, all the Barca clubs.
And I want to see some more blue and red hearts on the live chat, guys. Come on, as the players are coming back onto the pitch. Oh, I loved it.
That's great.
He goes with that flag everywhere.
Wait a minute. Hats off to Paul Cuyas for giving us the shot, and such a clear shot of our former colleague Alex Carrasco. You have to love it. He's been to all of the stadiums almost this season. He went to Paris as well. He had a great time in Paris. He didn't have such a great time in Montjuic. Look at all the hearts for Alex.
That's beautiful.
I'm not surprised that there's like...
He was in Vitoria, by the way, when Barca won 3-1 that day.
It's a great venue and a great city. But I'm not surprised that it's difficult to make a trip to Almeria on a Thursday night. It's a long ways away.
Yeah, well, I think he's got the week off. He said he had a few days that he could take off this week, and he was...
I could spend a weekend in Andalusia.
Yeah.
Isn't it getting a little hot?
To spend.
It's getting a little hot.
It's getting a little hot, but yeah. Almeria has a beach.
Yeah.
So does Barcelona.
Yeah, but it's not as nice in Barcelona, as you well know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Right, it's not as nice now.
Yeah, like weather-wise. I know what you meant. Yeah.
Weather was it such a lovely day. Right, second half has started. And Almeria have the ball here, careful. Leo Baptistao driving into the middle, a couple of attempts to clear from Barça, and in the end a free kick given away. Marbrau, no substitutions, right?
No, no substitutions for the moment, but some players are going to start to warming up. I will say to Paul, if he can show us what players are going to warm up. The first one is Rafinha, who is saying hello to the Barça fans, of course, for Ale. Rafinha saying hello for that corner that we have shown for you. And Christensen and Joe Felix. So those are the guys who are warming up. Be careful
here, a chance
oh my
for
God.
Almeria.
Oh my God, what you gonna say?
How do they...
How have they missed those two opportunities? The one for Leo Baptiste. I mean, I'm guessing this is a story of their season.
This is the story of their season. It's just they, and the thing is for them, and I've been following them all year, obviously covering La Liga, and when they don't score, they put up a half decent defensive effort as they've done tonight, and when they find their goals, their defense collapses. And that was not an offside. That would have been a goal.
Chance there for Almeria. Jonathan Vieira, the scrum.
I was a little bit
I can say, oh my God.
Lozano.
Isn't it? Remember last Monday? Remember last Monday, Robert Spence, that you said to me that own goal was not so close. And I say, oh my God. And you said, okay, Mark, it's fine. But this action, it...
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. It's incredible the way that Lozano was a former Barça B player. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
But he's a former Barça B player. In second division he played and he scored some goals. So it's so strange to see him.
Well, he's been around in La Liga, hasn't he? Because he played for Getafe as well.
Girona.
He played for Girona. He went to Mallorca as well, Cádiz. Yeah, he's been around.
Yep. I think he started the season this year at Cádiz. Who do you want to see in the second half, Robert?
Well, if we're going for La Masia Pau, I'm going Marc Casador.
Yeah, I go same.
Cádiz was last year.
Yeah. Right, careful here because Barça have a chance. Lamine Yamal inside, short passes.
But I think seeing the players that are warming up, that means Xavi doesn't see this game close at all.
Can you give us the list, Mark, again? Of players who are warming up?
Yeah, Rafinha, Joe Felix and Christensen.
So, well, two of the options that we were giving. I'm guessing that Rafinha and Joe Felix will both come on. What we have seen in the last few games is something that we hadn't seen throughout the season, which is Lewandowski coming off sometimes.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to give the man a little bit of rest. He hasn't had any opportunities today. He hasn't had a chance to score, to put his head on the ball, to put his foot through it.
I'm just hoping he's going to score and make that Pichichi race tight. Yeah.
But I think that Pichichi race is that close that even if he doesn't score today, just a hat-trick or a brace just put you there.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, let's make the most of the opportunity here now that he can get close. I don't know how much of a priority it is for him. I mean,
they were saying this week that they might give him the Ballon d'Or of that year that was no Ballon d'Or because of COVID.
Oh,
that France football, was thinking of giving it to him.
Wait, they didn't? I thought they did give it out that year.
I would say that is...
I thought they gave it to Messi, didn't they?
No, that was the following year.
That was the next year.
There was 1 year without Ballon d'Or.
Got to be a weird feeling if you do win that 4 years later, 5 years later, depending.
And after with the years, you can say to your kids, "That's mine."
Yeah. No, diminish it, doesn't.
Everyone, I seem to remember everyone's sort of agreeing that
even Messi said something, right?
Careful here, an opportunity for Barca. The shot from the edge of the box, and it was offside. It was Fermin
again. And we were talking about the Euros, and I would not be surprised if Fermin scored that. Probably he will go to the Olympics instead. He has age,
I think he has more of a chance to go to the Olympics than the Euros.
But seeing the end of the season he's doing.
Yeah.
He's making
But
numbers.
the Spain national team, like the senior squad, have a lot of depth in midfield, have a lot of options. I think, for example, maybe Pedri hasn't had the better end of the season, or the more regular end of the season, but then seniority within the team.
I don't know. That leads me to believe that Pedri might not start.
But that's another thing. I'm saying going like being in the squad, then De La Fuente will pick, I guess. Right, Almeria trying to lead the charge here.
With courage, as you said, Robert.
Well,
I mean, how many? They just brought 6 bodies forward.
Does that mean they've left themselves exposed at the back, though? Right.
That would mean Barca need to play a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing tonight.
And I think maybe just recovering the control in the midfield, and that would mean Christensen in. To just try to stop those counterattacks.
Yeah, Pedri, Fermín, Sergio Roberto. None of those players play. I mean, we've talked a lot about how we've missed Busquets this year, and nobody seemed to realize it until he left, or not nobody, but many people. And with all due respect to the 3 midfielders that are out there today, none of them can do those types of things. Christensen has been the closest this year.
Right, Barca playing through Íñigo Martínez here. Long switch, looking for Lamine Yamal. Let's see if he can create a little bit of magic here. Well, that was a magic touch to bring it down to start with. Inside connection with Fermín. Back to Koundé. Second goal would allow Barca to have a firm grip on the game and maybe start moving the bench early. Not the best of passes right now.
No.
I just don't want 1-0 to be where we sit.
No.
It's our main risk.
Well, I mean, I would say that with this team being in the studio, I mean, we know the recipe. We know what it's like to be sitting here watching a 1-0.
Not against Almeria.
Not in such an quote-unquote inconsequential game. Which, I mean, it is consequential for Barca. I mean, we do need those 3 points.
Yeah.
Marbrau, I'm curious, because I can't remember right now off the top of my head. What La Masia options do we have coming off the bench?
It was a little bit offside, but the most new one is Marc Casado, who played an incredible game with Barça Athletic at Riazor last Sunday. And
Careful here, Lewandowski inside the box.
Héctor Ford and Cubarsí and Lamine Yamal. Sorry. And just the third goalkeeper, Diego Cochen, but only Casado is the only La Masia player who is in the bench because the other 3 are in the field right now.
Yeah, because then you've got, of course, your Marguios and company who, well, I mean, I'm guessing more of a priority for the Barça Athletic playoff, right? Fermín.
Yes, because next Saturday, as you said, Barça Athletic has an important game against Nastic.
Oh, here's a nice build-up from Barça. Koundé trying to assist Lewandowski inside the box there. Pass a bit too long. Seen a couple of nice sequences of passes there from Barca in the last couple of minutes.
And they don't seem to be all too worried right now about any Almeria counters at the moment. Although if they lose it in these areas, they should be.
Wait a minute, we've just been dispossessed here, and now Mbarba wants to counter-attack, but he did have limited options, and it wasn't the paciest of counters.
And Barba's really good at carrying the ball with him, but once he's done carrying it, he doesn't have any end product. He just doesn't do it for me. There's not a whole lot in his game that ends well, evidenced by the 5 relegations that he's experienced in his career.
Poor guy.
I mean, I remember he had some great years at Rayo Vallecano.
Rayo, yeah.
Leo Baptistao into the middle. That's a long-range shot from Robertone, which right from when he was going to take the shot, you saw there wasn't much going for it. Didn't have much going for it.
Oh, Almeria.
Well, it's been that sort of season for them, hasn't it? I mean, they've had their chances. To be fair, they could be 2-1 up.
Today, yes.
Or, I mean, they've had 3 clear chances. The Leo
One
Baptistao
post,
one-on-one, which went horribly wrong wide.
And if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Well, yeah. But they must feel like we've had our chances here today. Pressure on to Stegen. To Barça, who almost gave it away.
In all seriousness, though, this team, it's like watching like 7-year-old football with Almeria sometimes. But in all seriousness, this team next year, for the people who follow the vigorous La Liga hypermotion race, which is outstanding
Hypertension
and way better than what La Liga EA Sports is giving us in terms of races right now, they'll compete in that league next year for sure.
I mean, when they came to La Liga, it was an amazing team with Umar Sadiq, Ramazzani, and everything.
Well, it got dismantled.
Yeah.
Well, Ramazzani's been suspended. This is his 3rd game of a 4-game suspension for what he said to a referee.
Umar Sadiq went to Real Sociedad and got injured on the first day and was never the same.
Yeah.
But I remember watching that Almeria in 2nd division. It was crazy.
Yeah. Luis Suarez was going to score goals for them this year. The
they're not as good as Luis Suarez.
No, but they're still pretty good Luis Suarez, they're not as Luis Suarez.
Marc, Sergi Roberto is down.
Yeah, Sergi Roberto is down. The hero of the game played in Montjuic in the first leg, as we explained during the show. Remember that he scored twice in that day. It was the last game of 2023 with a winning goal until 7 minutes for the end of the game. But I see Sergi Roberto with a lot of pain. I didn't see the action because I was just searching for a great stat that I want to give right now, because Almeria are going to make the 2 first substitutions. As you said, one is Luis Suarez, not a former Barça player.
No.
But I have a story for the other one player that is going to enter. That is Luca Romero. I'm going to explain the story of this guy. After I see the substitutions, the first Almeria player who is out is Leo Baptistao.
Yeah.
And the other one is, you have to help me. Choco Lozano. So the 2 players who had the 2 more great attempts for Almeria. I'm gonna say that Sergio Roberto is recovering. I'm not pretty sure, because Andreas Christensen is looking for the bench. So I'm going quickly with the story of Luca Romero. So Luca Romero is the most youngest player to make a debut in La Liga, more than Lamine Yamal.
15
with 15 years and 219 years. Yeah, 15 years, 219 years in 2020 in COVID time, when he played in Mallorca. He became the youngest player in La Liga history. Remember that Lamine Yamal has a debut with 15 years and 9 months. Is the second one, but the youngest is Luca Romero.
So, when are we getting a 14-year-old? Because this seems to be dropping rapidly.
That would be wild. That's happened in the MLS. It's happened in the MLS.
Freddie Adu, I remember. Such a shame that nothing big ever came of his career. I mean, I'm sure he's done very well for himself, but he didn't become the big star that everyone predicted he would.
Well, it's so hard to become the big star when you come on at such an early age.
When you're 14.
And so credit to Lamine Yamal for what he's done so far, right? Luca Romero's had a pretty decent career. He's here on loan. He scored a couple of goals for them this year already. And also good to see Luis Suarez back out on the pitch, because there was a moment earlier this year where Almeria's season took a downward tanking dive, and it was within the first 3 months of the year, and it was because of Suarez and an unfortunate injury that he suffered.
Oh, yeah. You were saying that, I mean, a 14-year-old would be, or a major surprise, would be very, well, I mean, we thought 15 was something that was not going to happen, and then it did.
Yeah.
So.
And now it almost seems like a regular thing.
Well, yeah, they're going to start coming out. Anyway, an hour of football played, and Barca are up 1-0. Fermin was the goal scorer. Barca yet to make any substitutions. Almeria have had their chances. Ter Stegen now plays it. Ooh, long. And Lewandowski let it bounce, and it almost
Now,
fell to Ferran Torres.
The way Almeria is defending, like, quite high, I agree with Spence, and I think it's the perfect scenario for Vitor Roque.
Well, we'll see. He's not warming up at the moment. The options were Rafinha, João Felix, and Andres Christensen at the moment. Lamine Yamal on the right wing, back to Koundé. Also just playing very patiently in Almeria's half.
Nice idea.
Waiting for the moment to pounce, and this might be it. Lamine Yamal dropping and getting up quickly. The cross by Koundé was cleared, and now Almeria get the free kick in their own half. 1 minutes.
I feel like we need something to
Yeah.
spark us a little bit. Irati, do you want to do some push-ups?
Maybe not that.
I feel like I need some push-ups today because I had a very long day. By the way, Irati and I saw each other this morning about 10 a.m.
Are you doing the feminine training, right?
We were.
Media day, yeah.
Yeah, media
Media
day.
day, yeah. So
Too early in the morning.
Yeah. I've had a very long day because we were at Media Day this morning for the women's team ahead of the finals of the Copa de la Reina and the Champions League final, of course. Good luck to the women's team in both of those finals. We wish you the best of success, and we want it to be 4 out of 4 in terms of titles this season. And yeah, it was funny because we had the same players, I think.
Yeah, more
we
or
had Marta Torrejón, Patrick Guijarro, Caroline Graham-Hansen, Lucy Bronze. You said how Lucy Bronze was...
It was so nice, her. Yeah.
Really nice.
She's
yeah,
a funny girl.
Yeah. She's got good humour as well. And we were in the middle of our interviews. It only just started. We'd been going for, let's say, 5 minutes. And when we got to the Johan Cruyff Stadium...
We have the first substitution.
Go for it.
Andreas Christensen. It will be the first substitution. Sergio Roberto, it seems he's good, but maybe it can be the first substitution. But Xavi called Andreas Christensen to be the first Barca player to enter in the field in the second half.
All right, well, we'll have to see who the player replaced is. Just to finish the story, when we got to the Johan Cruyff Stadium,
well, I have to say that not for the moment. Andreas Christensen is not going to the bench, he's going to the tunnel. So maybe he's going to the locker room. I don't know if he wants to go to the toilet or if he wants to check something to play. But for the moment, it's not going to be the first substitution. So I'm advanced. I'm advanced. He's in the tunnel, so sorry, guys.
But think of something else to interrupt Robert with for the next time he starts talking again.
Yeah. I assume that I'm wrong. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Okay, wait a minute, because Almeria are making a run here. Barca win it back through Lamine Yamal. So, stunning day at the Johan Cruyff Stadium as Almeria win it back.
Someone doesn't want you to finish the story.
No one's interested in this story. No one's the gods aren't interested in this.
And now they have
Almeria corner kick.
Go on, go.
This all came from I would need to do some push-ups today.
Yeah.
I'm circling all the way around to get here. Hang on a second. Let's see that nothing.
Now I can interrupt you. The first substitution, for sure, it will be João Felix. For sure. He's going to the bench, not for the tunnel. So Oscar Hernandez has calling up, and João Felix, it will be the first substitution. For sure. I promise you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Here the header goes wide. See, I knew we had to let that go. Right, shall we wait for the substitution?
You know what?
It might be more fun to see where I get. See how far I get in my story.
Where is this story going?
So, Media Day.
Yep.
Women's team ahead of the 2 finals. We're at the Johan Cruyff Stadium. Stunning morning. The sun is shining. All of a sudden, as the players start to arrive, starts to get cloudy. Marta Torrejón sits in front of me. We start the interview. Questions. I've got 2 questions to go, and all of a sudden, drip, 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 and it starts tipping
But
it down with rain.
You were lucky because we were the last ones. We had to run.
It's coming from the tunnel, guys. Sorry. Christensen is coming from the tunnel, and it will be also another substitution. So I was right in the first time, but just
maybe
with something
his, like,
in the
his
middle
right boot or
between I
something.
said that Christensen were gonna save.
Yeah. maybe he'd forgotten his shorts.
Christensen and Joe Felix, first substitutions of the game.
We still haven't gotten to the point where this is push-up related.
Oh yeah,
So
exactly.
the rain is coming down. It's raining cats
Wait a
and
minute.
dogs.
Hang on a second. Live chat. Would you like me to finish the story? Raise your hand emojis if you would like me to finish the story. Thumbs down if you would not like me to finish the story. So hands up if you do want the end of the story. Thumbs down if you don't. As
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Fermín, vamos!
¡Vamos!
Vamos, Fermín. Two Fermín goals. My golly. Woo. Right, so it starts with Héctor Ford playing the ball through. Sergi Roberto makes the run, sets it up for Fermín, who finishes with his left foot.
Another
Past
La Masia goal.
Maximiano. And the setup, the assist by Sergi Roberto. A good build-up. And the youngster, Fermín López, who scores his second goal in the game. 2-0 Barça, 2 goals by Fermín. Right, there have been substitutions for Almeria. Marbrau, first the substitutions, then the reaction from Fermín. Let's start with the subs.
The first one, as I said, the first one is Christensen. As I said just a few minutes ago. So Christensen inside of the pitch instead of Sergio Roberto. The last action of Sergio Roberto in the game is this assist to Fermín. And the other substitution is Lewandowski, who is going out, and Joe Felix is inside. So Lewandowski and Sergio Roberto out, in for Christensen and Joe Felix. And I have some interesting stats of Fermín López. Incredible stats, I think. It's the first time in his career that he scored a double. 2 goals in the same match with Barça. More stats. 10 goals in all competitions. And what does it mean? That is one of the top 3 scorers of the season. The first one is Lewandowski, the second one is Ferran, and Fermín, the same as Joe Felix and Rafinha with 10 goals, is in the 3rd position of top scorers. But another thing, it's the second one in top scorers in the league. With 7 goals, he equalizes Ferran and Joe Felix. First season in La Liga, remember. 10 goals for me, incredible performance.
Last year he was playing in Primera Federación. That's crazy story. And I remember when I think about Fermín, my dad always remembered me. Like, this Barça is lacking a midfielder with goal, like Vaquero did in the years, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he's a guy.
Yeah. He's always had the threat this year.
2 goals for Fermín, first time in his career, as Marc Brau said. Amazing, amazing game for Fermín López. By the way, Shadow Blade raised his or her hand. Charlotte Young,
we're still here.
up.
I had forgotten about
Aloysius, we want to finish the story. It's not that good of a story, actually.
Good thing is Barça are coming on the attack again.
Careful here. Barça are on the attack. Plan said thumbs up and hands up. So, I'm thinking that people do want to hear the end of the story.
Imagine if I had committed to doing push-ups from the time he started the story until the time he finished.
We've got 20 minutes to go in the game. Will I be able to finish the story? Right. Anyway, so it starts tipping it down. We do media day. It was fantastic. The interviews were great. I'm hoping that yours went well as well, Idati.
We're amazing.
Lucy
So,
Bronze,
Alan, sorry, Robert. We will have 2 new players in the pitch. Only he were warming up just a few minutes, but Joe Cancelo and Vitor Roque will be the next players to enter in the field.
That's how far. That's how far it was.
Yes, Vitor Roque.
He's not even doing it on
Vitor
purpose.
Roque and Cancelo.
He's not even doing it on purpose.
I don't think he's realizing.
No.
I think right now there are two parallel shows going on. Careful. Lamine Yamal inside the box. Lamine Yamal.
I can't.
Mar Bravo, I just want to assure you we're not laughing at you. We're laughing because of you. But okay, we can see on our screens Vitor Roque and...
no, but can you explain why are you laughing? Because I just was checking just my stats and explaining things, and I didn't listen to you, so I want to understand.
Clearly!
But, with respect, I mean. So
no, it's because for the last 15 minutes, and I do not exaggerate when I say 15 minutes, I have been trying to finish a story that would be told in 2 minutes, really and truthfully. But every time I get to a new point in the story, either something happens in the game or you come in with an update. And it's the lamest attempt of storytelling in history of storytelling.
I think I'm going to come sit over here.
sorry, because I have more stats here. Sorry, Robert. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's just to stop you.
No,
Vitor Roque.
Story time with Robert.
Well, no, because the subs are going to happen now, and Mark's going to jump in for the...
It's okay, I'm happy to sit here.
Media day.
Continue, please.
Media day at the Johan Cruyff Stadium. Oh my God. Right,
And then what happened?
Almeria have possession. I do not want them to lose the ball at the moment. I want them to keep the ball, play a rondo in midfield so that Barca cannot make these
I think in
substitutions.
case there's an option of goal of
Well,
Almeria.
okay, wait a minute. Stoppage of play. So are the subs happening now?
This is my version of doing the post-non.
Subs
He's
will
waiting
happen
you
now.
to
Mark.
talk.
Substitutions. So the Shark is out, Ferran Torres is out, and we will have minutes from Vitor Roque. I have to search when was the last game played with Vitor Roque, and Hector Ford is going to the bench. I think it's an incredible performance also made by Hector Ford, the assist of the first goal. He was in the first part of the attack in the second goal, and Cancelo is in. So I have to search last game
Villarreal,
for
maybe?
Vitor Roque. I insist that
Villarreal in Montjuic?
No, he scored, he scored against Osasuna.
He played against Celta from the beginning. Do you remember that day?
True.
He played with
The day that
Lewandowski.
Lewandowski scored. Right, Spencer's waiting with popcorn here.
He played also a few minutes against Mallorca. And no, in Metropolitano was the last time against Atletico de Madrid. He had. Do you remember that it was an Atletico de Madrid player who was sent off? I don't remember who was it. Was Molina? Was Nahuel Molina? I think so.
I do not remember.
He had a great action in the final of the game, and and Molina, well, make a fall for him. It was the last man, and it was the last action. So, Robert, I think you have time to explain the story. Okay.
Yeah.
I will shut up.
I'm not sure.
I can't cross my legs for this long. I'm not that flexible. This is really uncomfortable.
Hat-trick of Vitor Roque.
Well, okay. First of all,
Sorry.
Careful.
Last game of Vitor Roque was in Cádiz. In Cádiz, sorry.
Okay.
In Cádiz, from the beginning. Yeah. The day that we talked that Gundogan did not play.
Yeah.
So it was that day.
That was because Vitor Roque was playing, basically.
I can listen to you a little bit. I listen to you a little bit nervous, Robert. What happened? Do you want to say something?
No, the thing that I would like to ask the live chat to do is if you think that Vitor Roque is going to score.
Balls.
No, some tigers. Some tigers.
Tigrinho.
Some tigers in the live chat. I'm gonna tiger up the live chat before I finish the story. I promise I will finish the story.
Will you, though?
Yep. Why isn't this live chat allowing me to put emojis in it?
Why someone says it's racist?
What is?
A tiger is not a
It's not racist.
He calls himself
He
Tigrinho.
calls himself Tigrinho. Yeah. No worries. Where's the... Come on. Right, I'm sorry. Tiger. Spence, you may have to wait.
I might be here a while.
You might be here a while. Right.
Vinicius
There
is
we
watching
go.
us.
There we go. We've got The Tigers for Tigrinho. If you think that the Tigers going to score, if you think that Tigrinho's going to score, Vitor Roque, Tigers in the live chat. Right, finish my story. I said that I could have done with some push-ups today because of Media Day, where it tipped it down and everything went on for a bit longer and I got cold and the interviews went great. I had to come back here, edit those interviews. Went on for a bit longer than I estimated. I had previously planned that I would go to Media Day, go back home, go to the gym, have lunch, maybe even have a nap, and come back for the show. That did not happen. I had to stay the whole day because it wasn't worth going home. It wasn't like, it would have taken me longer to go back home, have a little bit of lunch, come back. It was just a waste of time. Anyway, that meant that I was not able to go to the gym, and instead of going to the gym, I had a pretty hefty lunch because I was tired and I felt like, I'm gonna like carb up and have a bit of a fry up as well with some fries and have an ice cream for dessert, and that's why I feel like I need push-ups.
I think
because of Media Day, I wasn't able to go home and I wasn't able to go to the gym, and that's why I need push-ups.
I think we need to do push-ups now at this point.
No, we need to answer that question that is on our screens right now. Will Fermin score a hat-trick? Yes, no, or he will score 4.
Yes.
I am not going to say that he's going to score 4.
5 push-ups for every Mark interruption.
No, if Fermin scores a hat-trick, I promise to do...
What a story. What a story.
Yeah.
What a story. We were so close to miss.
Yeah.
What a story. We were so close to miss.
The world needed to know.
Oh my goodness.
The world needed to know. I know. Wow. Pulitzer Prize. If Fermin scores the hat-trick, I will do 10 push-ups.
30 for 3 goals.
No, 10.
30.
No, 10.
You should be doing 10 now.
Guys, but
I'm so tired. I've had a long day. Did you not get that from the story? I've had a very long day. I'm tired.
But the best way to feel better is to get the blood flowing.
No. 10.
No.
10. I'm not confident in my ability to do 30 push-ups right now. Oh! We heard that from here.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway, what do you think, live chat? Will Fermin score a hat-trick? What do you think, Maribral? Will Fermin score a hat-trick?
Well, for the first time, he scored a double. It's a double, the way that we say
a brace, a double.
Scores 2 goals. A double. Yeah, first time he scores a double. Why not a hat-trick? And it can be an important goal, but if he scores another goal, he will reach Ferran Torres as the second top scorer of the season. And I think that it's incredible stats in the first time he played with the first team. I have to say that today the MVP players, the votes are so clear. I mean, I think that the 3 points everyone we're gonna give to Fermin.
Oh, well, yeah.
Or to Robert for the story.
Well, I was just thinking about that. The thing is, it was a totally like inconsequential story, something that I could have like done in 1 minute.
Oh yeah, or less.
Or less. The thing was, it just got so delayed that it got a little bit hyped up, and it wasn't that good of a story.
It was never going to be.
It was never going to be a good story, but like all of the interruptions created
like
the anticipation.
Almeria, Barça. Was
well,
never really going to be.
No, it was never really going to be great, and I don't think anyone thought at any point though that it was going to be great.
Look, let's just hope that the last 2 games of the season we get some fun.
Ooh, Bentley. Good effort there to win the ball back. Here's Cancelo getting inside the box. Fine, Fermin. Oh, a chance for Joao Felix. Joao Felix tries to take it to his right. Oh, into the side netting.
But lay it off for
Tigrinho. Or Fermin. 31 successful passes, Fermin, on 53 touches today. Right, final substitutions for Almeria, Mark. No, he doesn't interrupt.
Yeah, and we missed one. After the second goal of Barça, Melero was inside, and for the other guy substituted. Well, right now, Embarba and Pubil are out, and Pozo and Certelles are in. So the left back and the right back were substituted. So first of all, I have to say that I lost the other change, but it was Melero who entered in the field of Jonathan Viera. It was the only substitution that we don't see. And the last substitution for Barça will be Oriol Romeu, who is going to the bench. So it will be also the last substitution of the game because Almeria has finished the substitutions, 5 new players in the field. So Oriol Romeu will be the last one to enter in the field.
Good. So we won't get to see Marc Casellas. But we'll get to see another Masia player, Oriol Romeu. He was in La Masia. In the youth teams back in the
Yeah, that still counts.
early 2000s.
And we're watching Vitor Roque.
And we're watching Vitor Roque. Let's see if the Tiger, the Tigrinho, can score another goal. He scored the winner against Osasuna.
Yeah, there was a couple of games like in a row that he played. That
Scored in Mendizorroza.
but then there was the red card
yeah.
and everything.
Scored in Mendizorroza and he scored against Osasuna, the winner, the 1-0. Oriol Romeu getting ready to come on. Right now, which would you prefer? A goal by the Tigrinho?
Yes.
Or
Yes,
Fermin hat-trick?
Tigrinho.
You say Tigrinho, I say Fermin hat-trick.
If it's a Tigrinho tap-in, then I'll take the Fermin hat-trick. But if it's
No,
a
you don't get to pick.
Yeah, I don't get to pick. I'm literally picking.
It's this or that. This or that. Not this with an asterisk or that.
You're not fun today. I don't know I don't know what's up
well,
with you.
no. Clearly my story was not fun.
Yeah, I think you're tired and cranky.
I certainly am. I was planning on going home, having nice lunch and having a nap and going to the gym.
I did have a
And I
nap
did not
after
get
the
to do any of
Mediday.
that.
I did have a nap after the Mediday.
See?
Here comes Oriol.
Here comes Oriol Romeu for Marbrau Pedri.
For Pedri, and I have to say that all Almeria fans were clapping the hands. So it was an standing ovation for Pedri, for Almeria fans. So it's a fair play action by Almeria fans. It's good
So
to see this kind of thing.
Throughout his career, there have been a lot of comparisons with, I hesitate to say it, but there have been a lot of comparisons with Andres Iniesta. There's another thing to compare him with. Iniesta was always applauded out of stadiums.
After the World Cup.
Well, especially after the World Cup, yeah.
Well, that could be part of it with the national team.
Yeah, but Iniesta scored the winner.
No, I know. I'm
No,
just
but with Pedri.
Just saying.
Just cheering him up for the Euro Cup.
And Pedri today, Marbrau was playing against a coach he has a good relationship with, Pepe Mel.
Yeah, because Pepe Mel was the coach that when he was only 16 years old, he made his debut with Las Palmas. It was in second division. It was just only 1 year before to sign with Barça. But for Pedri, Pepe Mel was very important. I remember that we talked with him the time that Pedri was presented as a new Barça player, and Pepe Mel said that he's going to make a good story and a great career at Barça. Of course, last months and last years he was injured, and it was a pity, but I still have belief in this incredible player who Pedri is.
He's young. Pepe Mel has good eye with youngsters.
Yeah. Pressure there by Vitor Roque.
I think we can just blow the final whistle.
No, because I want the Fermin hat-trick.
And I want the Vitor Roque goal.
Well, there is something else to play for here. It's currently 2-0. That was Marc Brau's prediction.
Oh, yeah.
But 3-0 would be the two of you.
I don't want to say nothing, Spence. I just want to... Oh, we have a yellow card.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yellow card for who?
He was... he arrived a little bit late. It's for Vitor Roque, the yellow card. I'm a little bit far from the action. Yes, for Vitor Roque.
I think so, yeah.
This is the first yellow card of the game.
Here's an interesting one. So if this ends 2-0, when was the last time that Barca put together 2 consecutive 2-0 wins? Marbrau, homework for you?
I have to search.
Okay.
I had another incredible stat that Vitor Roque just broke. It was the first yellow card of the game. The last La Liga game without yellow cards, it was an Almeria Real Madrid 2010.
Oh, I thought you
Wow.
were going to say this season's, which to me would have been unlikely. There
Or
a lot of things happened.
No,
Last
14.
time a game
In La Liga.
in La Liga was played without a yellow card at all
At all.
was 14
Almeria, Real
years
Madrid.
ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
And
would've
we were
said-
almost there.
Yeah.
I would have said, lot more
Against
recent.
Almeria, it was.
yeah, and with Almeria involved as well. Right, a foul on João Felix. 2 consecutive 2-0 wins. I don't think that's happened this season.
This
I don't-
season did not happen.
Okay.
This season did not happen.
Okay. I don't think it happened last season either because it was all 1-0s.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Right, let's see what Barca can do with this set piece. Can Fermín score? Can Cubarsí score? Can Tigrinho score? Can Íñigo Martínez score? Because you predicted an Íñigo Martínez goal.
But I switched now. I go with Vitor Roque.
Right, from the left-hand side, it's going to be crossed in
Oof.
by João Felix.
He tried
I
directly.
thought he was
yeah.
going straight for goal, and whoever cleared that
Yeah.
with his head is probably like have a bit of a headache right now.
That hurts, man.
I mean, yeah.
Ow.
Let's see. I'm going to send in one final question to our editor, Pep. See if we can get it in before the end of the game.
This has been a tale of these two teams and their season thus far. Barça not taking every opportunity, but taking enough to win the game. Almeria having multiple opportunities and trying really hard not to finish them. See how it looks against Rayo on Sunday.
Sorry there, Spence. I was leaving you hanging with the commentary.
Well, it's not much that you're missing.
Not much that I'm missing. I was just sending a question through. Let's see if we can get it on the screen before the end of the game. I'm guessing that Marc Brau is still going season by season into the past to see when we last won 2 consecutive games 2-0. Or maybe he just hoped that I would forget about it.
You're reading my mind. You're reading my mind. I'm just doing this.
Let's see, because you have 2 minutes remaining, Marc, until the 90th. Careful here, run by Tigrinho. Tigrinho inside the box, the shot! Trying to put it right across Maximiano. And the save by the keeper. 88th minute.
I think a goal of Tigrinho just would be a boost of confidence and energy for him.
Yeah. You know what else would be a boost of my morale?
Doing push-ups?
No, Fermín scoring hat. And then
Which
doing
would
push-ups.
then mean doing push-ups.
Yeah.
You should just do them now anyway.
No, I mean, I don't want a gratuitous... I don't want to give the world the image of me doing push-ups for free. What was the best thing about tonight's game is the question that we ask. Fermín's goals is option number 1, the clean sheet is option number 2, or my story is option number 3?
I go for 3. We had fun.
I'm going 1 because I need to be humble here. But 3 is a candidate.
It was definitely not number 3.
If
Live
it ends
chat.
with
Live chat.
push-ups,
What
it's
did you
worth
think? Live chat. What did you think?
Number 3 for me too. Number 3.
Well, you missed it.
He was part of the story.
Well, he didn't miss it. He heard the end part, which was the best part.
1. Fermín's goals.
Right, let's see. Who
I have the answer.
Oh,
Last
wait a minute.
time to win 2 consecutive games, 2-0.
When is it?
It was 3 years ago, in 2021, in January. Not 2 league games consecutive. If you want, I can follow 2 consecutive league games. Just a moment, because I will give you the other time. 3 minutes, 3 more minutes.
Okay.
It was 2 games. The first one, Spanish Cup against Cornellà, that it was in the extra time.
Oh yeah.
A day that Pjanic and Dembele didn't score from the penalty spot.
True.
Yeah, and Dembele, after all, scored a great goal, and also Braithwaite. And the next game, I think that you can remember it, the next game, after beating Cornellà 2-0, it was in Elche, with Frenkie de Jong goal and Riqui Puig goal. With
Riqui
a
Puig
header.
scored. Yeah,
it was the first goal with Riqui Puig, with Barça. Yeah, so 3 years and 4 months until the last time that Barça win 2 consecutive games 2-0.
Okay. Quite far back.
Yeah.
Charlotte Young said 1, which is Fermin's goals. Flex 35 says 2, which is Ter Stegen's clean sheet as the best thing of the game. And Shadowblade is now my new best friend, saying number 3.
Don't suck up to Robert.
Alex Tomescu is also my new best friend with option number 3. Laurie 207 also thinks that my story was the best thing of the game. Yeah, thank you guys.
You guys are really good at lying on the live chat.
Solomon Boateng also going for 3. They enjoyed my story of why I needed push-ups today.
He's proud.
I mean, I had macaroni with bolognese sauce as a starter, and then I had chicken with fries and melted cheese sauce as the main course.
I'm hungry.
And then an ice cream as the main course. So that's why probably I left that part out. And that's what makes the story good. Oof. So I changed going to the gym for that.
What did you have for lunch today?
I had some vegetables with truffle, cheese, and some fried eggs.
Okay. That's a lot different than macaroni bolognese
with some sprinkles of like Parmesan cheese.
With some Parmesan and chicken and fries and an ice cream.
Yep. So yeah.
Don't tell me this, please, because I didn't have dinner, and I have to wait until more than an hour to eat something. So please, guys.
Lucky you. Right, Mark, we'll talk in post-game, right? Give us some good reactions from the players, some good interviews.
So, Robert, you say something? I lost your voice.
Yeah.
No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's something that...
Was that a sound effect? Because it was... it was so spot on. Mark, no, I was saying that you'll be speaking to some of the players. I'm hoping that we'll get to hear from Fermin.
Yeah. Maybe, and it's not sure, but maybe I can promise that we will talk with somebody who has a special historic game today.
Oh, true.
And he had a clean sheet. Maybe we can talk with him.
If you talk to them,
do the interviews. The game is end, and Barca won.
Yeah, if you talk to them, tell them about my story, Mark. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Right. Speak to you in a bit. Barca.
Okay. I can promise it.
Thank you. Barca won this game 2-0, and Fermin Lopez was the scorer of both goals. La Liga has given him the obvious MVP award. And guys, Barca got the job done. We are now 4 points ahead of Girona, which was the important thing to start with.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning of the game and also in the end, those 3 points are the most important because we need to be in the second place of La Liga. It was like not a brilliant game, but effective. That is what we were asking for the team. We saw some youngsters. We saw also Vitor Roque in the end. So I think in the end, if you sum everything and knowing we are in the end of the season, it's a good result.
Spence.
3 points is 3 points, man. They'll take it. And they'll run with it, and with that extra little cushion for the final 2 games of the season, it looks like second place is in a very good spot.
Right, well, we are going to take a small break, and we will just gather our thoughts, think of our MVPs, candidates for Man of the Match, and we'll be back in just a second with reactions coming from Almeria, with Mar Brau interviewing some of the players, and of course, head coach Xavi Hernandez. A couple of minutes, and we're back. Stay tuned. Welcome to the post-game show. Barça beat Almeria 2-0 at the Juegos de los Mediterráneos in Almeria, and Marc Brau is standing with the scorer of the 2 goals.
Yeah, maybe with the MVP of the game, with Fermín López. Fermín, què tal? Bona nit.
Hola, bona nit.
Bé, el més important era guanyar, però m'imagino que fer-ho amb 2 gols, el teu primer doblet amb el Barça, és especial.
Sí, l'important era la victòria i crec que l'han aconseguit fer un bon partit i res, content també personalment per ajudar a l'equip.
A més, en un partit en què no era fàcil, l'Almeria era el cuer, però Xavi ja ho havia anunciat, 2 gols molt del teu estil, no?, amb aquesta arribada.
Sí, bueno, sabían que l'Almeria era bon equip, aunque està descendit, i bueno, crec que a vegades ens realça una mica, però crec que hem fet bon partit i res, content per als gols també.
Fermín, tu primer doblete con el Barça y 10 goles ya esta temporada. Te conviertes en uno de los terceros máximos goleadores del equipo. Tú siempre has marcado goles, pero no sé qué significa esto en tu primer año en primera.
Bueno, la verdad que nunca me podía imaginar que el primer año con el primer equipo pues pudiera ayudar tanto y bueno, creo que tengo que seguir mejorando, aprendiendo y seguir hasta el final.
Y te hago la última. El equipo ya más cerca de ese objetivo de mínimos, ganando al Rayo el domingo ya sois segundos. Desde este punto de vista al menos supongo que contento, ¿no?, por enlazar estas 2 victorias seguidas ante la Real y hoy.
Sí, bueno, sabemos que es importante para el club el segundo puesto y bueno, creo que lo vamos a conseguir y nada, contentos también por la victoria de hoy y a por el Rayo el domingo.
Enhorabuena, Fermín.
Gracias, buenas noches.
The words of Fermín López, Robert, he said in Spanish at the end that Barça is very close to finish in the second place in the standings, that he thinks that Barça won't make it. And of course in Catalan and Spanish he said that it's a dream come true to, in his first season with Barça, scoring 10 goals today, his first double with Barça. The words with Fermín López, who always said that it's like a dream, it's like, okay, I have to keep it work, I have to try to improve more, but it's incredible the performance that Fermín López did today here in Almeria and all the season. First time in La Liga for this Andalusian player.
Thank you very much, Marc. We'll look forward to more reactions coming from Almeria after this 2-0 win, which allows Barca to go 4 points clear of Girona with 6 to play for in the standings. The game was important for that reason. The reason why we will remember this game is because Fermín scored those 2 goals. Oh, that game in which Fermín scored 2 goals. That's how we'll remember it 3 years from now.
Probably I will forget it
well,
soon.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I think also for him, as he said, like we were talking in the show, he was playing in Primera Federación last year. It's crazy. Like we talked many times about Lamine and Cubarsí because maybe the impact has been bigger, but 10 goals in the first season of Barça must be few players that has managed to reach those numbers.
Who scored the goals last week against Real Sociedad?
Lamine Yamal, Rafinha from the penalty spot.
Okay, good. At least we got that. I'm with you, Irati. I'm not like them. We can't remember things from 3 years ago, but we do remember it right now. That Fermín did exactly what he needed to do to prove that he has been one of the best young revelations of this team and
the entire Liga, I would say.
And yeah, and the league, absolutely. Yeah.
Fermín López scoring a brace for the first time in his career, and he talked to Marc Brau about this being a dream of a season, because we barely knew who he was heading into pre-season before he scored that screamer against Real Madrid in the pre-season Clásico. Those who follow La Masia throughout the years and see the growth of the players obviously will have heard of him, but he wasn't one of the players or the young prospects who everyone had in the books as one who would make the first team. And through hard work and through going out on loan and gaining experience and working his socks off, Fermín has now earned the chance to be in the first team, have a first team number, and be starting in games and making the impact. I mean, we saw it today, one of his strengths, making runs into the box. Well, there he was.
And I think the intensity we talk about him, it reflects the career he had. Like he had to work harder than others to get what he has got there, and to prove himself, and also to bring that intensity that is part of his game. And we were saying how important in Barca style is to have midfielders that arrive and score, and in the end is what Fermín has given to this team.
I think he's one of those players that the fans find easy to connect with as well, because he's one of those players whose effort is very visible in the way he runs at defenders to try and recover the ball, the way he goes into tackles. Like we say he's an energizer bunny. He's the Gavi we don't have this season. And fans always react well to those players.
Yeah, he's definitely proven himself in that aspect. I think also a lot of people see a little bit of themselves in Fermin, just because not only like you said, the way that he plays, but also in the way that he...
I have to interrupt Spencer Siegel because Marc Brau has another of the protagonists of tonight, the keeper who became the second keeper with most appearances.
Marc Ter Stegen. For this incredible number of games played for Marc Ter Stegen, but primero de todo, Marc, primer de tot, bona nit.
Bona nit.
Suposo, ara parlarem d'aquesta gran dada, però primer m'agradaria que em valoressis la victòria. Era important, no?, aconseguir avui el trom. Si guanyeu el Rayo i el diumenge ja sereu segons.
Sí, al final nosotros pues vamos al objetivo mínimo que ahora nos pusimos y bueno, vamos a competir hasta el final y tenemos ahora en casa la oportunidad de cerrarlo.
Marc, avui t'has convertit en el segon porter de la història del Barça amb més partits jugats. Vas igualar l'Andoni Zubizarreta el passat dilluns i avui arribes a aquesta xifra. Què et diu això?
Bueno, que he hecho muchos partidos en el campo, estando con los compañeros y con la afición y nada, súper agradecido por toda la trayectoria hasta ahora. Espero que sean muchos más.
You said now in Spanish, if you can explain now in English, what does it mean for you to reach this incredible number of games played? And in the next days in Barça 1, we will listen to you in a great conversation with Andoni Zubizarreta. What does it mean for you?
Well, it's an honor, no? As I also said before. It's a great number. I'm very happy that I was able to play many games with the colleagues and with the fans supporting us. So at the end, a great achievement, I think, for my personal achievement. And I'm also a bit sad for Andoni because I didn't want to touch him like that, but I think he won't take it for something bad. So yeah, it was a great chat. So I was really happy to see him back again.
And the last one, Marc, how important is for the team to win the 2 consecutive games with 2 clean sheets against Real Sociedad and Almeria, only 3 points to finish in this minimum objective, the minimum goal to be in the second place? So what do you think the team has improved in the last 2 games to win?
I think against Real Sociedad we made a very good game. I think we competed very well. Today I think we, in some moments we weren't really defending perfectly, but also, even though they created a few chances, but at the end I think we take the 3 points home in a so-so game, I think.
Thank you very much and congratulations, Marc.
Thank you very much.
With one of the men of the match, 411 games played, the second keeper with more games played in Barca's history, and he's talking about content that you can follow very soon in Barça 1. A great chat between Marc Ter Stegen and Andoni Zubizarreta. He said that it was a great time for him, so maybe when we can watch the show we can say the same.
Yeah, well, you'll have to be sure to check that out. Hour-and-a-half conversation between 2 of the all-time greats in terms of Barca's goalkeepers, Andoni Zubizarreta and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, soon coming on Barça 1. I highly recommend it because it's just interesting to see just how they interact. Today, a smiling Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, 2 consecutive clean sheets for him. He defined the game perfectly, a so-so game. Said that the team didn't defend all that well compared to what they did the other day against Real Sociedad. And he did talk about that minimum objective, the minimum that this team needs to do to try and at least secure that second spot to be in next season's Supercopa and everything else that being second implies.
First, because it's money in game and the club needs money. The things are how they are. But the most important, I think, it's fighting for a title. It gives you an extra opportunity to fight for a title next season. And I think these players are hungry of that. They're looking for titles. So I think it's a mini title that the team gets ending in this second spot.
It's a title that they've already won with Xavi. It was his first title that they won last year. So there's that element to it. There's also the mental element to it to get yourself ready for next season. I think sometimes that gets overlooked a little bit because you've had this chance now where you know you weren't going to win the league for quite some time, more than what you'd prefer to have. But to get the team right and ready mentally, despite the fact that there's a lot that's going to happen between now and August, especially with the Euros and the Olympics, to be ready to compete at the beginning of next season on match day 1.
Eugenia, the other day after the game against Real Sociedad, defined it as your typical end of the season game when there's no title at stake. Neither of the two teams have like a very shiny objective to go for. Once again, today was that kind of game, as ter Stegen said, a so-so game. Barca pulled off the win, pulled off the clean sheet, was let off the hook, let's be honest, with a couple of Almeria chances there. But in the end, all in all, 3 points, that is what was required today.
Yeah, it was the most important today. Like, not even the clean sheet was important. Probably it was for Marca de ter Stegen and for the defense, but the most important today was to bring those 3 points no matter how. And in the end is what happens in these last games of the season where like you're just fighting for a spot, not really a title. And I can understand for the players it's more difficult to also get into the game.
Because I was going to say something and I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. Oh, right. So 2 games to go. 2 games to go for Barca. 2 games to go for Girona. 4 points. Seems feasible. We need to go to Marbrau again. Who has Sergi Roberto with him?
Yeah, we are with the captain, with Sergi Roberto. Today he's not scored, but he assists Fermín López in the second goal. Sergi, què tal? Bona nit.
Bona nit.
Avui no han fet falta els 2 gols com el partit d'anada. Veu patir una miqueta, però m'imagino que fent valer el missatge que havia dit el míster a la prèvia, no? Que m'imagino també us ha fet el vestidor, que era molt important guanyar avui, més a prop ja d'aquest objectiu de la segona plaça.
Sí, molt important avui. A part, sabíem doncs, que el Girona havia perdut contra el Villarreal, per tant, havíem d'aprofitar això, l'equip ho ha fet, ens emportem els 3 punts i molt més a prop de l'objectiu, queden 2 partits, 4 punts de diferència, per tant, molt contents d'emportar-nos la victòria d'avui i molt a prop de l'objectiu que ara mateix era la segona posició.
Ha costat, oi? Ja ho va anunciar el Xavi, però tot i ser un equip que havien baixat de categoria, han tingut les seves ocasions. De fet, han perdonat en moltes ocasions l'empat, però m'imagino que satisfet per com l'equip, en una circumstància com aquesta, segon partit en 3 dies, ha estat capaç de tirar-lo endavant.
Sí, sabíem... Bé, ells ja estan doncs, a segona divisió, per tant, no tenien res a perdre. A part, tenen jugadors amb molt de talent, molt bons jugadors. Jonathan Viera, sabíem del seu perill, filtrant passes a l'espai amb jugadors molt ràpids a darrere, per tant, sabíem que havíem d'anar amb compte. Igual ens ha afectat tancar el partit una mica abans. En aquests partits és important tancar el partit abans, amb més gols de diferència per no haver de patir. Sí que ells han tingut alguna ocasió, però bé, al final, quan hem fet el segon gol, crec que ja hem estat molt més tranquils i bé, a la mitja part ho hem dit, hem de tancar el partit com abans possible i si marcàvem el segon doncs crearíem més ocasions i així ha estat.
I et pregunto pel Fermín, ha marcat 2 gols, jugador de la Masia la seva primera temporada, 10 gols, és pràcticament un dels màxims golejadors de l'equip, migcampista amb arribada, dels fets a casa, no sé què em pots dir d'un company que d'alguna manera també està seguint una mica, part del trajecte que tu també vas viure.
Sí, una passada. Ja ho estem veient, com tu dius, 10 gols. És un jugador que llegeix molt bé els espais, arriba molt bé de segona línia, fa molts gols, no només als partits, a l'entrenament, sempre quan fem exercicis de finalització, doncs sempre fa molts gols, té l'ambició aquesta també de marcar, d'ajudar l'equip, sent els colors, jugadors de la casa. Bé, un plaer tenir jugadors com el Fermín, com el Lamín, com el Pau, com el Casador, com l'Héctor, i una llista llarga de jugadors que tenim aquí a la casa. Tenim aquesta sort en aquest club de confiar en aquests jugadors i de fer les coses bé i que surtin molts jugadors cada vegada més. Jo, com a jugador de la Masia, sé el que estan vivint ells. Per tant, també ajudar-los i que segueixin així perquè tenen un futur immens aquí al club.
Parola de capità total, Sergi. Moltes gràcies, felicitats. The words of the captain, I think it's quite interesting to translate a little bit of the things that Sergi Roberto has said. The last question was about the incredible performance of Fermin Lopez, and I want to mean if he was a little bit represented for what he has lived at the time that he arrived to the first team 14 years ago. He said that it's incredible. The good thing is for Barça to have La Masia players, and of course Fermin Lopez, he said that it's incredible the way that he looked to the spaces, the way that he's going directly to the box, and how incredible it is for a player like him to score 10 goals the first season in the league. But Sergi Roberto not only has good words for Fermin Lopez, he also explained good things about all the La Masia players. He talked about Cubarsí, Lamine Yamal, Hector Ford, and the plan that they have to follow, and they have to be very basic for future plans of Barça. The other things that he explained is how important it was for the team to win today, to be so close to the second place. He said that Barça, of course, were not very brilliant, especially in the first half, and they talked in the halftime that they have to close the game with the second goal. Almeria had good chances, but Sergi Roberto said that with the second goal the game was finished, so very close to the minimum goal to finish in the second place. But I liked a lot the last words, Robert. He talked about Fermin Lopez, and especially for all the La Masia players.
Madral, we'll look forward to more reactions. We still have to hear from our head coach Xavi Hernandez. Sergi Roberto there talking with pride, with joy about Fermin Lopez, and the fact that, of course, Sergi Roberto has been a La Masia player, and he wants to help nurture the careers and help them see the path. These young players that we've got now in the team today. We had Hector Ford in the team, we had Fermin, we had Pau Cubarsí, we had Lamine Yamal, such youth in the team. By the way, I was just thinking, of course, 2 La Masia goals, 2 La Masia connections. Hector Ford to Fermin, Sergi Roberto to Fermin.
Indeed,
and we bang on about this, but
yeah.
it's just so important.
I think it's really important. It's also really important having a captain from La Masia, like to show these guys that I was there like you, and this is the path, and this is the way. And we are talking about a season that Barça hasn't won titles. Well, for me, I think having Lamine, having Cubarsí, having Hector Ford, and having these players performing that well in the first team, it's a title if you think on the future.
Well, yeah, if it has continuity in the future, it definitely is a title. Shall we try and do man of the match now? Risking an interruption from Madral, but
in the theme of the night
are always welcome. Spence, do you want to kick it off?
Sure, absolutely. I think it's pretty obvious who our number 1 player or number 3 pointer is for tonight, and that's the man who scored both goals. It's got to be Fermin. He gets my man of the match vote for sure. The second choice for me behind him, even though he didn't make as many big contributions as you might expect, it's still a clean sheet. It's a historic day for him. So I think this day meant a lot more to Ter Stegen than it did to the other 10 players on the pitch, in my opinion. You can hear him say that, too, that it was an important day to him. So he gets number 2. And Lamine was very good at creating in the first half, which he has been all season long. Nobody else really stood out to me in more so I gave him my token point.
Irati.
Well, mine is similar. I think you have to give 3 points to Fermin because he was the man of the match for La Liga, and he was the one scoring that brace and giving the energy that maybe...
Irati, I have to interrupt. Madral has Xavi Hernandez. We knew this was the risk.
You said before, Robert, that maybe we have to interrupt, and it's a good circumstance to interrupt you because we are with FC Barcelona coach. Of course, after the game, Xavi, bona nit.
Bona nit.
Ja havies anunciat que no seria un partit fàcil. L'Almeria ha tingut les seves ocasions, però m'imagino que al final també et quedes amb com l'equip ha estat capaç de tirar el partit endavant, no? 3 punts importants.
Molt importants, vitals per nosaltres. No ha sigut un partit fàcil, degut a que ens ha faltat, penso, contundència tant en atac com en defensa. Hem concedit 2 o 3 ocasions molt clares. Però bé, partit solvent de l'equip, partit que s'havia de guanyar. Crec que hem fet lo just i una mica més per guanyar-lo, i al final aquest segon gol de Fermin també ens ha donat tranquil·litat, content perquè són 3 punts importantíssims i tant de bo el diumenge el fem bons per aconseguir aquest segon lloc definitivament.
Ens deia el capità, el Sergi Roberto, que és espectacular la temporada del Fermin. 10 gols, és el tercer màxim golejador de l'equip, és increïble, no, Xavi? Però m'imagino que em diràs que és més que els gols, no? Fermin, el que us està donant.
Sí, Fermin és energia, és solvència en el joc, és entrada de segona línia, és aquesta capacitat de sacrifici, no para de treballar, de pressionar. Bé, un futbolista molt capaç, no? Tenim futbolista per anys al primer equip, especialment a mi m'agrada. És un noi molt estimat a dins del vestidor i content perquè vam apostar per ell i ha rendit molt bé.
Et vull preguntar també per Ter Stegen. Avui ha superat a Zubizarreta com a segon porter més partits jugats a la història. Tu vas ser company d'ell una temporada, la seva primera aquí, i ara, 10 anys després, doncs, ha arribat a aquesta xifra. I ho celebra amb 2 clean sheets consecutius, amb 2 porteries a 0. Què em pots dir?
Doncs molt content pel Marc, penso que és un capità, un dels capitans i és un capità espectacular. I bé, sempre he dit, amb permís de Zubizarreta, crec que tant Víctor Valdés com ell són els 2 millors porters de la història del Barça. Per tant, fent història, seguim fent història, molt content. És un gran líder, tinc gran relació amb ell, vam ser companys i me n'alegro molt.
Last question in English, if you can explain how do you see the game today? Important win, 2-0 against Almeria. It was not easy, but you're very close to the second final position in the standings.
Yes, really close, because just one game for winning to take this second position, so today was important. Of course, was not a brilliant game, but we did enough to take the 3 points. Very, very important for the team.
Felicitats, Xavi. The words of Xavi Hernandez in English explain about the game, but I think it was quite important, Robert. I'm just looking to the phone because I cannot listen to you, Robert. It doesn't matter. Just to translate the words, the great words that Xavi Hernandez used to talk about Fermin and about Ter Stegen. About Fermin, he said that it's incredible the way that he scored the goals and that he's a very loved player inside the locker room, and he's a special player that he liked him a lot. And he said in Catalan, we have players for a long time. And of course, it was very, very good, the words that he explained about Marc-André Ter Stegen. He said that he was his teammate in the first season in Ter Stegen here in Barça, the last one with Xavi in the squad, and how incredible is the career that Ter Stegen has followed. And he said, with Víctor Valdés, is the best goalkeeper in Barca's history.
Thank you very much, Marbrao. Safe travels back. Xavi Hernandez is going to head into the press room briefly. We saw your votes, Irati. We'll see the total of the votes because my votes were essentially the same as yours. Fermin, the top scorer with 12 points, the man of the match for La Liga and the man of the match for us. Héctor Fort with 5 points, Lamine Yamal with 4, Ter Stegen with 2, and Sergio Roberto with 1. So there you go, Fermin, our man of the match.
Shocker.
Almost. Right, so as we're waiting for Xavi to head into the press room, final thoughts. Girona have 2 games, away at Valencia, at home against Granada. Barça have Rayo at home, away at Sevilla. Should we win against Rayo on Sunday? It's done. Second place is ours.
Yeah, and it seems like that's pretty much what needs to happen in order to make that last game one where you're hoping to find some extra time to put young players into the game.
It will be a different game, I think, from the one we saw today because Rayo hasn't secured yet to stay in La Liga, so it will be
well, they're
different.
basically
but not mathematically. So, but yeah, it's the fastest way. Like, let's get it done.
We'll see what happens on Sunday in Montjuic. Barça have that 4-point cushion right now ahead of Girona. A win, regardless of what Girona would do, will secure that second spot, which means Supercopa, which means so much more, which means being the runner-up. I mean, it's not, as Ter Stegen said, it's not the maximum objective, but at least it's the minimum that you can require from this team. The team will travel back tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Train on Friday. Training on Saturday, 15 minutes live on Barça 1, which you can find Xavi's press conference, and then on Sunday, Barça Live, we will be live with you. The game kicks off at 7 o'clock. Final 2 games of the season. I mean, this is almost a wrap, guys.
I know. Who do you have on Sunday? Who's coming?
I have Diego, and I have a debutant.
Ooh.
Debutant.
Okay.
Exciting times, yeah.
Being replaced.
A Barça content creator.
La Masia.
Right, while we're waiting for Xavi, very quickly, I shared my story, Spencer, during the game. I'll give you a chance to briefly, if you see that Xavi comes into the press room, you're going to have to wrap it up very quickly. But on Sunday's a special day for you, you told me.
Sunday's going to be cool, yeah. Sunday is the 20th team that I am broadcasting for the international feed, play-by-play. and it is Barça. So
You've done all of the teams.
Oh.
I've done the other 19, and I've got Barça Rayo on the international feed. So if you're in a country that takes the world feed in English, if you want to watch the game on one and Barça Live on the other, you can still be with me.
A lot of other stuff happening at the club this weekend. You've got Barça Athletic playing the playoff, Irati Vidal, Copa de la Reina final.
Not tomorrow, no. Tomorrow's Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
Third of the 4 titles.
Third of the 4 titles that the women's team can win, and a chance to win yet another title. The first of 2 finals that we have coming up. Saturday against Real Sociedad, and next Saturday, the following Saturday, 25th, against Olympic Lyon in Bilbao. Important times for the women's team. Can they make it 4 out of 4? I feel like we wrapped up man of the match a bit too quickly there, because Xavi Hernandez.
Well, if you want to go into another story and start talking, or maybe you want to do some push-ups, or I don't know.
I do not wish to do any.
I had the
any
one
push-ups.
story though about Zubizarreta. Now that today's that story about Ter Stegen and Zubizarreta. When I was starting watching football, it was with Barça of Rijkaard.
Yeah.
And I was into football, but I didn't know much, And my family is from Bilbao. And one day we were walking in Bilbao, and my dad said, "Look, that was a Barça goalkeeper." And I thought, what my
He's
dad.
a giant, by the way.
My dad
he's
was
so big.
mocking me. It was Zubizarreta. I was like, "No, you're mocking and everything." I was with the ice cream, and I remember my mom approached, like, "Can you tell my daughter that you were a Barça goalkeeper, because she doesn't believe?" And that's my story with Zubizarreta.
Well, Andoni Zubizarreta is now the third all-time, the third keeper with most performances all-time
And he
for
did
Barça.
sign Ter Stegen, right?
And he signed Ter Stegen because he was Barca's technical director back then in 2014.
Which means he knows that records were meant to be broken.
Yeah.
Well, he's responsible for that record being broken. So is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And as we said before, you've got a nice little bit of content coming on Barca One. You may have seen the promo on Barca's social media. It's a conversation, an in-depth conversation between Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Andoni Zubizarreta, 2 icons of Barca's history, 2 legendary goalkeepers. One has 411 performances, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, and one has 410, and that is Andoni Zubizarreta. Right, I feel like we're running out of topics.
Should I do some push-ups?
No, don't worry.
No?
Xavi
Okay,
Hernandez.
thank God.
We'll head into the press room in just a
What are you going to have for
guess.
lunch tomorrow?
Sorry?
What are you going to have for lunch tomorrow?
It's not going to be as hefty of a lunch as
salad.
It was today.
That's what you think today. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe some vegetables in there. I feel, is there anything that we didn't touch on today? Was rotations in the lineup. It all worked out to perfection. Hector Ford, by the way, we didn't really mention his performance.
No, he had a great
assistant.
performance.
He had a great
And
performance.
he did the assist, and he started the second goal because he's the one that passes to Sergi Roberto.
Are there any other La Masia players that we haven't seen enough of this year that we want to see with these final 2 games get one more
with
chance?
the playoff, maybe.
I mean, you always want to see a bit more of Marc Guiu, because whenever he's come on, he's had chances. He's scored as well. Like, of course, that goal against
the Athletic Club Marc Guiu game is one that will be tough to forget. We talk about remembering things and forgetting things, but that one we'll remember for a while.
But yeah, I mean, now the priority is that he plays for Barça Athletic this weekend. I don't know if you saw a video, by the way, that came out of 8 players who are now involved in the first team, former La Masia players, sitting around a table. One of them is Gavi, and saying, "We want you all to go to the Johan Cruyff to support Barça against Nastic this weekend." And he says, and Marc Guiu is going to score, by the way, I know this. Spencer Siegel, Irati Vidal, we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being here to celebrate this Barca win. Xavi Hernandez in the press room. We'll see you on Sunday for Barça Rayo. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the press conference.
en català, Ricard.
Bona nit, Xavi.
Bona nit.
Et volia preguntar per Fermín, que el vas descobrir a la pretemporada i vas decidir que te'l quedaves.
Hi, Xavi, I'd like to ask you
Però no
about
sé si
Fermín.
entre les coses que vas veure tan ràpid, perquè em sembla que van ser
One of
poques
the things you
sessions,
saw quickly.
hi havia la
I mean,
relació amb el gol.
it was the relationship with the goal.
Els 16 minuts de plantilla, però ja ha fet 10 gols. O sigui,
It's been 10 goals already.
No només del moment d'arribar, sinó com acaba les jugades. Això li vas
The
veure
way he
ràpid,
finishes the game.
T'ha sorprès fins i tot a tu.
Sí,
Were you surprised by
les
it?
que li vam veure era dinamisme, les dos
Yeah.
cames, no perdia pilotes, que es perfilava bé.
He's
que arribava a
really
l'àrea i que
good
al final, si
with both
fas
feet.
l'exercici de finalització,
Good finisher.
el veus, que té un bon timing, que té el fet d'utilitzar les dos cames l'ajuda moltíssim i té molta facilitat
helps a lot.
per arribar i fer gol. Bé, ens dona molt.
When it comes to scoring goals for the team,
M'agradava ja la sessió en línia.
I liked him when I saw him.
El vam veure molt preparat.
And he was very prepared from the beginning.
Crec que estem davant d'un futbolista que
I think we are in front of a very good player.
Aquí Xavi, Gerard Ballera de RAC1 en directe al Tu diràs. Et volia preguntar pel partit, no sé quina
I'd
valoració
like to ask you about the game.
No sé si
What is
creus
your
que entre el
rating
0-1
about
i el
the
0-2
result?
us han creat masses ocasions i si
Do
creus
you
que
think they created
per la situació de
too many
l'equip li ha
chances?
faltat un punt de tensió al jugador, si és justificable que tenint en compte tot el que està
You think
passant
it's
i la
understandable
situació de l'equip el jugador avui pugui sortir
play
aquí
so
amb menys
relaxed
de
tonight?
tensió i hi hagin errades més de les habituals?
Jo crec que ens ha contagiat el fet de la situació del rival també, no?
Perhaps
de
it
l'Almeria,
was
de les
catchy,
pèrdues de l'Almeria.
the situation
Ens ha
of
fet d'alguna
Almeria.
manera veure el partit fàcil, senzill, còmode, hem estat còmodes en el joc, l'hem
We've
dominat.
been comfortable
Però sí que és veritat que
all
ens ha
along,
faltat contundència.
but we were
Ells
not
estaven pràcticament entregats a la primera part i ens ha faltat
clinical
sentenciar-lo a
in the
nivell
end.
de contundència, penso, en les dues àrees.
In both
Hem
areas.
generat ocasions
We've generated
no tan clares
chances.
com habitualment i sobretot hem concedit 2-3
But we did
contres
concede
que normalment no les hem de concedir. Jo crec que ens
three
hem contagiat
chances
una
to-
mica de la situació del rival.
Xavi, aquí. Bona nit.
Hola,
Adrià Albeig para el larguero de la serie Moguts de Ser Cataluña. Permíteme que salga un poco del partido porque durante la previa ha habido un poco de ruido. No sé si tú
During
eres
the
consciente,
pre-match has been
porque
some
Laporta
noise
y Deco no han venido al partido
because
y se ha
Laporta and
filtrado
Deco didn't
que
arrive.
al club no le gustó demasiado tu mensaje realista
And
de
looks
ayer.
like
Que dijiste que
they
intentaréis competir
didn't
por
like
todo
your
la
message
temporada que viene,
yesterday
pero que la situación económica del Barça es la que es. No sé si a ti
regarding
el club te ha
the
dicho algo
financial
y cómo
situation.
valoras que haya ruido ahora con
What
esto.
do you think about that?
No, a mí personalmente no me han dicho nada,
No,
simplemente la
I
relación no cambia.
haven't
Hemos
been
viajado
told
con el
anything.
vicepresidente deportivo,
We've
con más
traveled with
directivos,
the
todo con
vice
normalidad.
chairman.
Simplemente pues dije lo que pienso que
I
es
say what I
real, ¿no?
think.
Que vamos a luchar por todos los títulos,
We're going to
que con
fight
toda la
for
ilusión del mundo,
every
con
title
ambición,
next season
pero que
with
la situación
ambition.
no es fácil y que estamos trabajando
And it's
todos
not easy.
y muy bien además el club el primero para revertir esta
And we are
situación.
all working
además.
very hard
No cambia
to turn
absolutamente
things round. It's
nuestra
not
realidad.
changing anything.
Hola Xavi, Elena Condis en directo para el partidazo de la cadena COPE. A raíz de esto, ¿tú sientes la
Talking
misma
about that,
energía, las mismas
are you
ganas,
still
la misma
with
ilusión
energy?
que nos trasladaste hace 3 semanas
As
cuando
3 weeks
confirmaste
ago?
que ibas a continuar y vas a quedarte 100% seguro?
Are you gonna
¿Vas a
stay,
ser el
for
entrenador
sure?
del Barça 100% la próxima temporada?
Totalmente, tengo
Yeah.
mucha ilusión, muchas ganas de empezar.
I can't
de empezar
wait
la pretemporada.
to
Estamos
start the
planificando
pre-season.
La temporada siguiente con Deco, yo lo veo como una oportunidad. Tengo
I
la
see it as a
ilusión,
chance for me.
Y sigo teniendo el honor de estar en el que para
And
mí
it's
es
a
el mejor
privilege
club
to
del mundo,
be
que es el
in the
Barça,
best club
con
in the
toda la
world.
ambición a ganar títulos, que es el
We
objetivo
want to
principal
win
de
trophies.
este club.
That's
Yo
why
solo
we
dije
are
ayer que
here.
la situación económica del club pues no es la
We all
mejor,
know
pero
the
estamos
financial
trabajando
situation
todos
is not the best,
para revertirla y para
but
tener
we're
la
working
oportunidad de
hard
reforzarnos
on
la
changing it.
temporada que viene. Pienso que no cambia absolutamente nada. Entiendo el revuelo, entiendo que siempre
I understand
Barcelona hay
what
ruido
people
en el
say.
entorno,
There
pero
is
estoy
always
tranquilo,
noise around
con la
Barça.
máxima ilusión, así se lo transmito al presidente.
I'm
y a
really
Deco, que para mí
excited
son las
about
personas
the
más
future.
importantes de este proyecto.
Hola Xavi, Adrià Fernández
Hola.
del diari Esport. Com valores l'evolució d'Héctor Fort en el
How about
lateral
Héctor
esquerre
Fort?
en el partit d'avui, tenint en compte que era una posició en la que, si no m'equivoco, no havia jugat gaire o gens en les
He
categories
didn't play
inferiors. I si el veus
this
competint
position in the
aquesta
youth
posició
teams.
amb Valde durant la propera temporada. Gràcies.
Sí, l'Héctor és un futbolista molt versàtil que pot
Hector is a very versatile player.
les 4 posicions defensives.
He can play in any position at the back.
Potència
He's powerful, good defender. He's a very good crosser as well. And he's got a bright future. He's young and performing very well. I'm happy.
Buenas noches, mister. Alfredo Martínez en directo para Radio Estadio Noche de Onda Cero. La temporada todavía no ha terminado y hay mucho
Season is not over yet.
Se habla mucho más de fuera que de dentro. Se generan dudas. ¿Merece la pena trabajar en esas condiciones?
Do you think this is something that's worth it to work with?
Mejor no merece ni la pena empezar la temporada que viene.
Because maybe it's not even worth it to start the pre-season.
No me lo ha dicho nadie.
No.
El staff está con mucha ilusión.
The coaching staff is happy. Ending season is important. We want to play the Super Cup next season. That's why we want to finish second. We want to compete. We want to win titles. And this season we didn't compete to win it. I understand the noise, but I can't wait. I'm an ambitious person, and we are trying to get Barça to winning ways. And my coaching staff as well. We are with hope. Thank you.